I didn't time it right.
When I get online, I'm feeling like something's not right. Cause the bullets curve like some people unlock that wanted perk, yeah. Aiming my shotgun and choose pure dust, man, this ain't fun. That's how I know it's time to go. Dude's dodging shots like he's Neo. Whoa. Girl, look at my 4-bar. Girl, look at my 4-bar. Girl, look at my 4-bar. It don't count. Girl, look at my 4-bar.
Hey, Badger.
Girl, look at my
Honey Badger!
Girl, look at my 4-bar.
What a sympathy that's out there. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, buddy. You know it's Friday night and my back is hurting.
I'm lagging and I know it.
I was hanging upside down today.
Wow.
I was like,
Wish I had a fade out button
I'm
for it.
lagging and I know it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Laggin Out podcast.
wah, 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 wah. Let's go.
Resubscriber. I had to do my resubscription too today.
Supposed
Had
to
to
do
do
it
the
during the
resubs.
stream, so it makes it look like we're actually famous, you know.
Yeah, we're so famous.
Oh
Should
yeah,
be.
totally.
Hiro and Death is playing Diablo 3 Season 28.
My brother
That's
saw
right.
the Tacular today for the first time.
Oh. Our
After as
YouTube
many
video.
times as you've run it, I'm surprised.
Well, Badger showed him at lunch. He was fucking dying laughing.
Of course.
Hey, like he's like hey.
Hey.
I was like, he's a little tipsy in some of those. So,
It's like-
you know.
I didn't even add the extra drink shots. Those are actually all shots that were done in that same amount of time. That was funny.
So, if you guys are new here and don't already know, to my right is the Chieftain, to my left is Soda,
Oop.
bottom left is the one and only Tyr and Death, and to the bottom right is the ever so wonderful Oni. I guess, well, right now it's a magic card.
It's a magic the slathering card.
She's somewhere.
She's somewhere.
She's there.
Somewhere out there where dreams come true.
So, if you guys are wondering what
dreams
we're...
are coming true, I wouldn't be here.
Your dreams are coming true because I'm there.
I'm gonna pretend that's not a fucking nightmare.
Share it.
Oh,
Hit the wrong button. Anyways, so if you guys are curious what we are talking about tonight on our ever so hilarious news stream, it's right above my head here.
It's all up
Uh-oh.
here. It's a runner. It's a runner. It's not a crawler. It's a runner. It goes so fast. It's a runner.
Hey, and Chieftain's over there scaring the piss out of Nova, it seems, in the chat.
Yes. Who else is gay for Nova? Let's one in the chat.
Mhm.
That's what
Well,
we're doing. There
that's
we go.
not a
So we got
surprise
one
there.
vote.
That is no surprise there.
I'm sorry, I have to say something. You misspelled chief in the runner.
Did I? Yes! Score 1 for lacking a spell check in Notepad. Maybe I should do
Grammarly
something
doesn't
else.
work on the crawler.
you misspelled cocaine too, but we fixed that for you.
I'm sure. Well,
Those are the things that you just tell off camera and not on a live.
Oh, sorry.
but this is what makes it hilarious and makes us watchable because we're real.
Well, something
Oh,
someone
I did.
could notice it in the chat, but you know.
Gotcha. Yeah,
That would-
Badger wrote cheap is spelled wrong. Yeah. I get no respect, I tell you. Get no respect. We have a lot of topics. Me hanging upside down is not a topic today.
Well,
Ugh.
you know, it is what it is.
Actually, it kind of is in my segment. I can tie that in. It's actually a campus corner this week.
All right, so if we want to get this party started, boom.
let's get it started.
So this is, as everybody should know, the Laggin Out podcast.
Give us some fucking money.
Greatest, most hilarious comedy show that you are not watching, as Chieftain likes to say.
True story, though. Sadly,
It is.
Yeah.
Let's move
So
the
this,
kick. Fuck this.
we might actually get somewhere. So if you would be so kind as to please take a picture of that QR code, that will give us, a nice little tip. And as Chieftain struggles to get his camera in the shot there. Hey, there it is. There it is. There
Spider-Man.
oh god,
it is.
I love
Me
man
now.
from Spider-Man.
I'm gonna
Yep,
send him a
that-
Spider-Man
that's our-
flashlight.
Is it going to be a flashlight?
No flashlight.
I realize what my dad's weakness is. His kryptonite is a QR code. You can't scan shit in on with a QR code. He's like, God damn it, I can't get the Yes Yankee network. It's selling me for this. What is this stupid squiggly line bullshit? That's a QR code, Dad. It doesn't work. I know. It doesn't work.
Totally.
Yeah.
Take it away, Chief.
If Oni wants to do the attention future people that are going to get offended line here, she wants to. She can hear me.
Show's not for kids. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Show's not for kids. 18 or older. Can't handle it. Get the fuck out.
I love it.
Short and
Short and
sweet.
sweet. Damn.
Jake's the only one.
I hate Coke, so you can have it.
I just
Oh
dumped
my
out a whole God. bunch of Dr. Pepper today.
Well, there goes half of our subscriber count.
So
All the
where'd that
Sims
go
for
from?
Soda
I
are
had
leaving now.
I had nothing to do. Sorry, Noah. Mark.
Tear and Death.
Wake up. Find time for your read.
Yep. You're up, buddy. Do your read.
Yes. Though that's a little old. Season 28 on Thursdays, Final Fantasy 14 on Tuesdays, 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern. Catch myself live here on Laggin Out. And come June, hopefully, we'll have the entire Laggin Out crew who has the game running Diablo 4 Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Still need to get my copy. Oops.
What's Diablo?
It's an awesome game.
The chicken.
I don't think it's your style, though.
That's what everyone says.
I mean,
No,
I
it's-
haven't really seen you play a whole lot of anything that's not an FPS. Unless you're actually gambling on stream with not real money.
Yeah. When's the last time you
gonna
actually
say
seen me game? It's been a minute.
I think the last time I saw you game was playing poker on the Discord.
Probably. I'm the hardest working man in gaming entertainment.
That's right. That's
yeah.
right.
It's about to get harder because every day is adventure here at Lagging Out.
Is it not?
All right. So now we're moving on to our first topic of the day.
Whoop, whoop.
Bow, bow, bow.
Press for
Oh, wait.
change.
Yes, that's right. So the context of this topic.
What
So
is
over the
going
last
on here?
over the last couple of weeks, publishers of really old books and some people that recently acquired rights that probably should never have gotten them have decided to start altering old historical literacy. Literature. My gosh. That was a
What
poor
is
choice of
wrong
words there.
with you?
Spelling's
Roald Dahl, I would say about 2.5 to 3 weeks ago, Roald Dahl's books were suddenly being altered by the publishers that have the publishing rights and editing them for modern audiences. That is trying to alter vocabulary that may have been offensive due to various reasons. Hey,
thank you,
Magma. However, the backlash when they announced that they were doing this was so very extreme that they walked it back, sort of. And that they said that they were still going to continue publishing the original unedited works, but they were also going to continue publishing their edited versions of these works.
There's a chapter in there. Here comes Utah.
All I can say is people are stupid. It's a terrible idea. You should never alter the historical texts or books that are considered historical or historical accountings. You really shouldn't edit things that, like literature, from their original help me out here, I'm looking for a word.
Thank you for the sub.
The original context, or the original. Yeah, I agree.
That'll work.
But what were they trying to change in there, just to have some context? Because I've never even heard of it.
So
it was the time travelers. They just got caught this time.
Oh Lord.
Does anyone know the context of what they changed in the book?
There were in the news report that I was reading. There were like exact examples, and I just have forgotten most of them. But it was a lot of word choice that
they made Frodo a woman.
I knew it. Well, he's kind of effeminate, so I mean,
yeah,
he is kind of gender fluid.
I think they named him Nova too.
Yeah,
my
Nova.
Gosh, we are.
Red lipstick and a dress.
Definitely falling downhill here because you got the wrong author. So Roald Dahl was a children's author of a lot of various children's stories, and he was also a poet. Some people tried to step out and say that he was an author of very little note. I disagree, because I feel like most everybody knows would recognize the books if they saw
full disclosure, I never heard of him until like 5 minutes ago.
Well, you probably never heard his name.
No.
But you probably would recognize one of the children's stories if you saw it.
BFG's hard.
Yeah, BFG. That's definitely one. But the words and
no, I think
vocabulary.
Movie, big something
giants.
The vocabulary they were editing happened to be like they would change boys and girls to children, or they would change other things. Like they were making decisions like that. They were changing
birthing parents and sperm donors.
They were changing some of the poetry as well, altering whole lines that to make them rhyme with something else, and then but still change the context. They were trying to make this more inclusive. Terrible idea. Anyways, so the next component of this particular topic also included the original James Bond books.
Right.
A lot of the same things are happening there that was happening with the Roald Dahl dilemma, if you will. And I got less details on that one from the stories I was looking at about it.
So one of the movies is called Octopussy, so is it going to be called Octa Female Anatomy? or Octa something else?
Octopine?
Octopussy?
I don't know. I hate to see what they're going to do with Goldfinger.
Oh, God.
I just got to say that, like, James Bond the entire the entire concept around it is just effectively an inappropriate character. Like he's intentionally he's intentionally the enigma that is the quote alpha male, even though I know a lot of us really don't care for that description.
Oh.
But I don't know. If you take that context out of it, then you're just going to completely destroy James Bond as a series.
Bond.
He's definitely a dated character, just to put it mildly. So,
yeah.
I mean, they're trying to like, I don't know, whitewash him for the 21st century.
However you want to word that one. And then the last piece of this topic before I start.
Do people have an opinion on that before we move to the last topic?
Well, I was gonna go round robin after the last piece. Anyways, oops.
Did it again.
Anyways, yeah.
Lose Oni?
Out of the video. She'll be back in a moment.
I've been here. Thanks.
I'm not saying that you were gone. I said that you'd be back on video in a moment. But the last component of this one is Hasbro. They're doing a crossover with between Lord of the Rings and Magic the Gathering. But of course, they're going to race swap a prominent character and just one specific prominent character. If I am correct, that would be Aragorn. Change him from a white man to a black man.
Whoa.
Anyways, I'm not gonna say much on that because I'm sure everybody else has plenty to say about it.
If we can see that everyone else.
I'd like to pass to Chieftain.
They're making Aragorn black? There's black people in Middle Earth? Oh yeah, that elf from The Ring of Power that was on for 5 minutes on Amazon. But let's see, 14% of the population, 80% of the media exposure. Yeah, that math goes in good. That sticks with the exact description of every character that was written in The Hobbit. So that makes a lot of sense. So let's change it so people can look up to something that they have. Oh, that person looks like me thing. I can't stand that shit. That's the dumbest shit ever. And I'll tell you why. Because when I was a kid, there was a little show called Sesame Street. No. And there was a character on there called Gordon. Gordon had the coolest I think I said this story before, but Gordon has the coolest mustache ever. I didn't know, or did I care? He was black. All I know, he was Gordon. Right? I'm like, I want to be like Gordon because Gordon is nice. I don't want to be like Gordon because he has a cool mustache or I like his hair or his clothing. I thought he was a good person. So race swapping just a race swap, it's extremely insulting. If I was black, I'd be insulted. They're like, oh, now you're pandering to me. It's like insulting to my intelligence. I can't stand it when they do that. They did it with Ariel. They did it with Tinkerbell. They're doing it with Aragon. I mean, sweet Jesus Christ. Leave the characters alone and keep them true to the actual original literature. The next thing they're going to do is make Pinocchio black and make him out of, I don't know. What was the wood that Oni said last night?
Ebony.
Ebony. Make him out of ebony. So we'll blackface him then, right? We'll just make everybody black because everyone's feelings going to get hurt. Fuck that noise. That's my opinion.
Soda.
I'm with Chief on this one. This goes not only with the books, but in their sports and changing all the damn names. Like nobody cares. Like
right.
We grew up in, with these logos, with these stories. Like who the fuck cares if they change them? Nobody is going to care.
Your white privilege is showing.
I'm so sorry. I have something alien. There we go.
I thought it was half computer.
That too.
He's the only host that
I'm half and half. But yeah, why are we changing stuff when nobody cares? They add all this shit into things that usually screws them up instead of, fixes them per se, like let's make so and so lesbian, let's make so and so gay, and everybody's like, why? And then they don't watch it. Buzz Lightyear, like that one little scene.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, to me it was no big deal, but people are like, why the fuck did you do that? You guys with Velma, everything's like, why so maybe it's just me and my era, and
I'm old.
we don't get butthurt over little things, but I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna change the story, don't do it for modern audiences. So
That's gonna lead to something that's not gonna age well. Like,
it never does. Nothing so far that they've done, as Chief said, Ariel didn't work or hasn't worked. I don't know if it even made it out anywhere, did it?
I think it's like
We're
another
gonna be we're
month.
teasing that topic later.
Oh,
So,
okay. Sorry, but
no,
anyway,
you're
yeah.
fine.
I don't really care. Like, why? I mean, I don't know. Different generations, maybe.
Tear and Death.
That's how Rome
You're gonna
felt.
make a movie that's based on something, leave it as it's supposed to be. If you're gonna make your own product, make your own damn product.
I mean, some of it already is, but that's a topic that we're going to discuss later.
Gotcha.
Roald Dahl made those, not them.
Agreed. Oni.
Uh-oh.
People dislike when religious texts are changed or altered because they believe, well, it wasn't written by humans, it was written by a higher power. But it's okay to change the books of authors who are already dead because they can't fight back. If
Great point.
you want to alter something from the original text for whatever fucking reason, you could do this really nifty version that has been done by literary scholars for generations now, called printing it with the original text on the opposing page so you can see what fucking changed. It's not like there's going to be a translation reason for this. No, you're just doing it to make yourselves feel better. I'm sick and tired of hearing about people who want to change the connotations of things, the meanings behind everything, because, oh, well, it doesn't sound good. Okay, and if that's what was written back then, teach it like it was. I don't care if it doesn't sound nice. I don't care if it's inaccurate to what is considered true now. You can add that as a fucking footnote. If you are incompetent of doing that as a teacher, you should not be teaching. It is okay to hear from people who were wrong, because it should then be simple enough to prove why they were wrong. If you cannot do that, shut the fuck up. It is not rocket science. If you don't like it, don't fucking read it or pretend. You keep saying these things like it's common. It's really not. You want to be special, but you also want to be treated normally, but you want to be given special privileges by being recognized as being special. That's not how this works. I will absolutely 100% respect you as a human being. That's cool. Live your life. But you better damn well let me live mine. Because once you start stepping on my toes, we're going to have issues. And it's going to be very apparent. I take great offense to people changing the written word, because the written word is generally what we consider as official and thus able to withstand time. It's why when you go to court, having things in writing tends to be taken a lot better than things of the written, of spoken word. When you want to make a contract with someone, you write it down, because you can trace that, you can follow that. And if someone tries to photocopy and alter it, you can generally see where they tried to change it. But by trying to erase history, which has not historically gone well, if people like this actually knew what they were talking about, they wouldn't keep trying it. Then they go, oh, we didn't know about these female pharaohs. Yeah, because a lot of their successors tried to erase them. Do you not see the problem of erasing things from history? Really? Really, but because it's your side doing it, it's okay. The hypocrisy makes me sick.
100%.
Sing it, Oni.
Oh, I'd love them to go back and change the Bible. That would be World War III-ish.
Well, here's the thing about the Bible that
change the Bible.
I know it's common knowledge. I know everyone views it like a dead horse. The Bible was compiled many years after a lot of those apostles and disciples had died. And you're talking about translations from several different languages, which may or may not have had even equivalent translations to other languages. So throughout the years, certain things may be changed or altered to make it simplified, but the problem is you're missing a lot of the actual context.
Oh, yeah.
Because there wouldn't be an equivalent word or phrase. And also, religion is a very popular tool for controlling the masses. So, of course, there would be a lot of reason to do so. But that's why there's like a bajillion versions of the Bible. But the Quran, they don't tend to try to do that because it's bad. It's definitely bad taste for them.
Plus, you get your head chopped off, and no one wants that.
Hence why bad taste, but whatever. So I find it insulting anytime someone tries to change history or the works of someone else, especially when they're dead, because it's disgusting because they can't fight back. Oh, awesome. So you're gonna do something and the estate can't do anything, or because I won't have any pushback because they're dead. Yes, because you wouldn't fight someone who could actually resist, right? Yeah, that speaks so well of your arguments.
Are just make this one a little bit more clear. Are we referring to certain predatory acts there, Oni?
Come right out and say it.
No.
Was more referring to.
No, I'm strictly referring in this case to the fact that in the court of law, the author of James Bond has long since passed away. I'm pretty sure Udall has passed away.
Yeah, he died in the 90s.
Obviously, J.R.R. Tolkien has passed away. They can't argue about their works being changed in such a way. Their estate could, if their estate cared, but they themselves would not be able to. And so people who want to change it for their own purposes, instead of what is good for the estate or good for the memory, they would try to do it now because they're not going to get sued by the estate. But if the actual author were alive now, they'd be like, the fuck are you doing?
Okay. And here I was thinking it was being likened to a very similar to that of a nefarious act.
No, I was not making a euphemism out of anything, although I did realize saying it probably sounded like that too. But yeah, no. I also find it especially hilarious that people are trying to do that with the inclusion of Tolkien, seeing as how he was a World War I vet.
Oh, yeah.
And was strictly against the Nazis, strictly against communism because he saw what it was doing to people. And they're trying to do some of the same tactics to him or his work.
Send all those people to Cuba or Russia for about 6 months to see how they want all that stuff. Oh, socialism's great. Oh, communism's great. Go to North Korea for about 6 months and get fucking tapeworms and fucking starve your ass off because the government only gives you a stipend for like one tomato a day. Let's see how much that works out for you.
All right.
Instead
Good Lord.
of uplifting everybody, let's make everybody poor. In Tokimo, we came from that situation. We knew firsthand. You notice when people come from those situations, they come here, they embrace the freedoms here. But the people here that are so cynical, oh, we have it too good. We should let everybody in and bring the quality of life down for everybody because we have it too good. What is the thought with that, Louis C.K., you fucking prick? I don't believe you fucking said that. That's a guy who should really die in a fire. I fucking hate that guy.
Oh, damn.
The dick. Listen to him. He's just like, I felt more stupid. My IQ dropped 4 points because he was talking about the same exact thing that Oni's talking about, but in a favorable way. Dude, you fucking high? You got canceled. Weren't you fucking canceled?
Yeah,
How did
he's
you
coming
come
back now.
You're not funny. Anyways.
Well, now we all know what comedian he hates.
He's a dick.
Next
Dying of fire, that
topic.
piece of shit. I hope he hears it too. Anyways. Yeah!
All right, so this next topic is
things to
titled
put together.
Hot Topic, Hot Pocket.
I love
you know
me some
what?
Hot Pockets. You know what I'm talking
You know
about,
what?
right?
Here's how I'm gonna handle this
Whoa.
one. Oni, please take the lead. This was your
Uh-oh.
topic.
Uh-oh. She's already wound up. You know this is going to be explosive. She's already in don't fuck with me mode tonight. So I can't wait to
this
hear
is actually really mild. This is actually really interesting. I don't really know.
It is.
I just set it up.
I don't know how they got this, but Hot Pockets is doing a collaboration with Magic the Gathering for, I don't fucking know why, but cool. To celebrate the 30th anniversary, because I don't know why. All I can think of is because you can eat with one hand and play your cards with another. They're doing colored boxes associated with specific planeswalkers. The black deck hasn't come out yet. I have no idea who they're going to choose for the planeswalker. It's probably going to be Liliana, where with every purchase of a Hot Pocket box with that color, log on to Magic the Gathering Arena, which is the online card game, and you can get special codes. So kind of like with Halo or Call of Duty, they're doing it with Magic the Gathering with Hot Pockets.
I have a question.
Okay.
Question.
How did this even come about? Was there some research and development by the Hot Pockets company? Like, you know what? We want to team up with Magic the Gathering because people that play Magic the Gathering eat nothing but fucking Hot Pockets. It sounds like
Honestly,
the weirdest shit ever. Like, and why would you play Magic the Gathering with a Hot Pocket? Isn't that shit greasy as fuck? I'm just saying, asking for a friend.
Magic the Gathering Arena is the online game.
Okay.
Most people tend to put their cards in sleeves.
Oh, okay.
Technically, the Hot Pocket packet
Just
is
like a
supposed
Hot
to
Pocket.
protect against the grease. So, in a way, it does kind of make sense. I mean, when you think about it, like with video games, they would usually choose Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola because gamers don't tend to eat very well.
That's a stigma. That's bullshit to me. I hate that. I hate that. I don't know if that's true or not, but it seems like it's true. Does that make sense, Oni? But
I say it makes sense.
yeah, like you're not going to get a free week at Bally's, like playing a video game. Just saying.
But I mean, there's bound to be some sort of research. I'm sure that when it comes to a lot of hobby shops, game shops,
right,
they probably have Hot Pockets as a major snack you can buy there because you just put it in the microwave and then boom, you have food. Whether or not it's going to be ice cold in the center, roll the dice on that one.
You got to put it in that little sleeve. Make sure it does that thing that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but even then. But I mean, it's still a better deal than the $1,000 stupid ass deck that literally no one fucking bought because terrible idea. But they decided to do it anyways. So this might be one of the only bright ideas that they've had since making a movie that may or may not suck. I'm
Right.
still really hoping it doesn't suck, but
So there's an update that I found out about.
Ironically,
that.
Hot Pocket was a nickname from my ex-girlfriend. But go ahead.
Ah, Lord.
That's a fucking clip. What the fuck?
Wow, that's the one I held
Whoa,
from
dude.
the meeting
What the
yesterday. I
fuck?
didn't think it was gonna fly, but I guess it was funny. No one in the chat's reacting. They're like,
Depends on how it, you know,
That,
what you're talking about.
well, she's short. It's a Hot Pocket, right?
Anyways, so
Oh,
there is
that's not
an
what I was thinking.
update to that
I know.
particular that I just saw today. It didn't make it into the news because I didn't find out about it until today. The writers and the producers and all the important people on that movie set did an interview today. How much does anybody do we want to take bets on how well the interview went?
What movie?
What was it? Honor Amongst Thieves, the
D&D movie.
Oh, okay.
D&D
yeah.
movie. So in the interview,
what do you mean interview? There's not enough context in that question to make any sense.
okay, so people that are doing the movie have done an interview with is it Variety?
Actors or as writers?
Right, I said writers and producers and people from the movie set.
Okay, is it the statement of they're emasculating the men in the movie?
Exactly it.
Okay, because I read it. Or if I didn't read it, I skimmed through it.
Okay.
For starters, it should not be about the emasculation of men. You have a barbarian who, by nature of being a barbarian, is going to break shit. That's her fucking job. You have a bard. Bards aren't really known for being the most buff motherfuckers on the field. They do the buffing or debuffing of the enemy, but they're not going to be your frontline guy doing the damage, you dumb fucks. Your mages should not be on the front line. Your warlocks probably shouldn't be on the front line, but if they're a hexblade, you could get away with it.
Yes.
But for them to say that was fucking stupid. Okay, it should be
That's where I'm
about
going.
We kind of had to emasculate the bard because, with all due respect, this bard isn't exactly the most brave of people. Hence why he's in the situation he's in. That would be how you say that. But to say we're going to emasculate all the men because it's fun really rubs me the wrong way. It's fucking stupid.
That's
okay?
exactly how they did it too. It is fucking stupid. It's just in my opinion,
they're gonna have all the barbarians like Pete Buttigieg.
In my honest to God opinion, all they did was fucking guarantee that under no uncertain terms, they're turning away their audiences. The people that are going to watch this movie are going to be traditional D&D fans. They're going to be the older people that grew up playing tabletop games, mostly Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, it's been around for quite a while. That's the crowd they're trying to attract, and they just guaranteed that they turned that crowd around just by doing this interview, just by saying, "Oh yeah, we're emasculating the male leads, just because we like doing it." Like, what the fuck?
So stupid. All they could have said was, all they should have said, if saying absolutely nothing, keeping their fucking mouth shut wasn't an option, and I'm just saying, it's always a fucking option to just say nothing. Say nothing. Because the work should speak for itself. here's an
Yeah.
option. So Michelle Rodriguez as the Barbarian we thought was a great fit.
Of course.
We know she's an attractive woman, both aesthetically, with her personality, with the roles she's had. She seemed like the only fit we could put as a barbarian. With our bard, we chose a guy who is super charming,
Thank you.
but also he is nothing but charming. His backbone is about as strong as a limp noodle.
Oh.
Hence why he's in the situation he's in. You know, just go with that. They're the main two characters that you see in the trailers. So we have the charming bard who clearly doesn't have a lot of wisdom. He's got a lot of charisma and intelligence, but not a lot of wisdom. And then you have the barbarian who's a lot of wisdom and a lot of constitution, but and strength. But no, she's got a lot of charisma too, but her strength is definitely going to be in her strength.
Death by Smooth.
Didn't have to say more than that, because Michelle Rodriguez, honestly, probably going to be the one to carry a lot of the movie. Why?
Isn't she like 50?
Because I don't know. She's aged phenomenally. I don't know what her healthcare regimen is, but it's something, because she's awesome.
I like that chick.
Something
Also
like
keeps her nose out of the media, so I respect her for
that's
that.
smart. Yeah.
very smart. Especially, you know, when they had the opportunity to probably interview her, and she probably went, "Nah, I'm good. Don't want."
Oh, they
to stick my
probably
foot in my
didn't
mouth."
want to. I don't think they would want to interview her, because she'd be the type to go, watch the movie. Or, hey, I had a lot of
Be my
fun.
movie.
Well, what do you think about being a woman on the set? I've been a woman on lots of sets. I've been a woman since I was born. So what
I'm
else?
offended by that comment.
I just
Okay,
I
good
gotta
for you.
say, like, my problem with the statement that they made is they have gotten to a point where movie writing and show writing and writing in general in this modern era by people that are supposed to be, you know, good at it, are so bad at writing entertainment and content that they have to emasculate and put down male roles just to uplift female roles. And I for one think it's absolutely disgusting
It's gay.
and absolutely horrible, because
Good.
we've had shows
Good.
and movies in the past that female leads and male leads can coexist at the same level without having to, I don't know, put a bumbling buffoon in the lead male role.
That's
just
ridiculous.
to make the
Ghostbusters was a
woman-
great film because they emasculated Chris Hemsworth. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. I'm just kidding.
I
As you
was
can tell
gonna
by my
make a
sarcasm,
reference.
I completely agree
Yeah.
with you. So,
Let me
I
put
was
some
gonna
movies
just
and
go
shows
with-
out there.
Alien,
I was just gonna go with
1979.
Conan the Barbarian, Xena Warrior Princess.
Mhm.
What was the other
Wonder
one that
Woman,
I was thinking?
TV show.
Red Sonja.
Red
Sonja,
Sonja,
Electra.
yeah.
Let me put some modern ones that some of our viewers might actually fucking know because they don't have gray in their beards yet.
Whoa.
Monsters vs. Aliens,
Never heard of it.
which I still stand by was a fantastic film, animated by DreamWorks. Megamind was absolutely fantastic. I think both leads in that one did a great job. And the thing is that one of them didn't even have superpowers, and she still carried the role well.
Mitchell versus the Machines. Netflix,
What?
it actually won awards. The main protagonist was a female lead that was going to art school, and it was all related around her being smart and talented, and people were making fun of her for it. It's huge on Netflix. But go ahead. Good female character, and they weren't throwing it in your face. I would suggest you watch it. It's pretty good.
No, Leverage, the original 5-season series was really good because everyone had their own strengths and weaknesses.
Disenchanted.
The thing is that if you have to denigrate someone to bring yourself up,
Right.
tends to destroy your own argument. Okay, if someone's going to tell me, "Oh wow, Oni, you're so cool. All the other guys are fucking schmucks," I'd be like, "Okay, whoa. How are they schmucks? What makes you say that? Because I don't think that's accurate at all." Well, if they go, "Well, clearly they don't have the same interests as you, so and you're a woman. What does me being a woman have anything to do with it?" We love
your uterus.
If in order to make
sounds ridiculous. Essentially, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, and the thing is that if you have to hold on to certain things for me and put other people down, I must not be very good because I can't stand on my own. You know what? It's okay to just point out that there are certain things I am incapable of doing.
Standing to be.
For example, I probably can't reach the top shelf in a grocery store. I might need a little help. Unless I want to climb on the shelves, which is not exactly
that sucks,
polite. But you know what? There are certain tall people who really don't want to have to lay on the floor to go grab something under a table. I can do that. I'm a little closer to the ground. But to hold these things that have absolutely nothing to do with skills or training, and you're going to hold things that I didn't get to choose, such as I didn't get to choose my race. Races. I didn't get to choose my gender. I didn't get to choose, my eye color. Why would you hold on to that?
My white privilege card somewhere.
Want to hold on to the fact that I am 10 plus years younger than several of my co-hosts, but I still can hold some semblance of an intelligent conversation with them,
and be right,
even though I don't have as much experience. Or the fact that
True.
we have similar interests, even though we come from wildly different backgrounds. Why not hold on to that? But no, it's always got to be some insignificant thing. The more you try to focus on, well, we have to be open with everybody, we have to do this and that, you wind up actually excluding a lot more people.
Quite.
I'd rather burn out than fade away.
Chief, you've said a few things. Did you want to say more?
No, if I nodded my head any harder with Oni's whole narrative there, I'd get like whiplash because I'm like agreeing with everything she's saying.
So on here, I thought you'd be getting QWERTY face from it.
QWERTY face?
Keyboard forehead.
Oh.
Law.
You got to explain the joke. Not very sharp tonight. Well, me. But yeah, Oni made a great point. Like, I never even thought of that before. And I know she said a lot, but the one thing that stuck out to me is like, I never thought, yeah, like I'm tall. I have to like, oh, can you get this for me? I'm like, sure. But then it's a giant pain in the ass if I drop something on the floor. And she's like, I'm closer to the ground. And I'm like, that makes a lot more fucking sense. It's probably a lot less work for you than it is for me because I got a bad fucking back. So, I mean.
I also don't have arthritis. So, well, I mean, not yet. I'm sure that'll probably hit like a freight train.
Yeah,
but...
I have arthritis in the spine. So.
I had to clip that one.
All right, no more clips anymore. No more clips tonight.
Keep clipping.
You probably got like 50 of them clipped.
Hit it all night long.
Are you clipping him off?
Yes, he's getting clipped off.
You're neutering him. How unfortunate.
There he is. He's hitting the button again, the motherfucker. I can see him. Son of a bitch.
I fucking did, damn it.
No, it's okay. I'm going to make Tyrion that's all trained with videos. Now he's going to download the videos from Twitch, and he's going to do it all. Surprise, bitch!
R.I.P.
There goes your Sunday, motherfucker.
What about you, Soda?
He doesn't have an opinion. Tyrion? Just kidding.
I gotta admit, I was getting pretty damn close to having QWERTY face myself.
So since we skipped over Soda again, about Soda.
Go ahead, Soda.
My beard changed colors. So.
Are you implying that it's because she was talking so long?
No. She called us old.
Oh yeah, we are old.
Well, yeah, but
3 years from AARP. What was your opinion?
I always agree
At
with
least
Oni.
you all have lived long enough to grow
Oh.
old.
Not if you keep eating that ramen.
I'm not
High
here
blood
for a
pressure
long
will-
time, and honestly, I hope it ends soon.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, who's gonna check my spelling?
They have Grammarly
Anyways.
for that.
Okay.
So we got trivia night. What?
What the fuck is this?
I have
I
no
don't-
clue. I didn't do it.
Who's became married?
Who is?
Which two
Nova
Laggin Out
and Mark.
podcasters became married today?
I'm going Nova and Mark.
Yeah.
Wait, can we call
Who's Mark?
Yeah. Everyone knows Mark. Mark.
I think we can put him in the Legion, can't we?
Yeah. He is
Well, I mean, he's in the server, so he would be part of the Legion. Marky Mark.
No, Nova goes, yeah, no.
He paid you a tenner though.
It'll cost you a tenner.
Oh, that's right. He wants to marry an American so he can get his visa.
Mm,
Oh Lord.
I know some dudes that will like him.
Right? I'll pay you a tenner to shut the fuck up.
That's funny. 2 tennis.
So, if you like our show,
And I
please
know
tell
you
your
do.
friends.
Please tell your
And I'm
friends.
throwing in a cute kitty cat to, entice you.
I call it the Oni cat.
The Oni cat. And while we're at it, I'd like to thank all of our Discord Nitro boosters.
Yeah.
Y'all know who you are.
Discord Nitro enhances your all-in-one Discord voice, video, and text chat. Upgrade your emoji. Enjoy bigger file uploads. Stand out in your favorite Discords and more. Nitro starts at $9.99 a month. That is $9.99 a month, or $9.99. $99.99 for the whole year,
$99.
which saves you 16% a year. Yeah.
That
Oh,
fucking
Lord.
hurt. Do not be a bank teller, please.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you made me
Can
my-
you
my
read?
confidence is so high right now. Thank you.
That's why we teach the youth of America.
Anyways,
I've heard of some of the youth of America that you teach. I am surprised they didn't drown themselves in a bag.
Oh, I agree with you on that one. I mean,
Well, we keep on getting comments. I keep on getting comments at the end of core stuff. Professor
love
Chieftain and
us.
Professor Soda, the 2 best instructors, they actually cared. I'm like, yeah, that's our job to care.
we do care. Most of we can attest. Most do not give a flying shit.
Yeah.
We mess with
Can I
that.
just
We,
say something about that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is
To anyone out there who wants to be a student, because I've heard this multiple times from Chieftain and Soda, and it bothers the fucking shit out of me. If you're paying to be somewhere,
Exactly.
especially with the way the economy has been, you might want to fucking be there. If you're paying someone a service, but you still pay the money, but you don't do the work, you're wasting your own time and money, especially if someone else is paying for it.
Right, that's usually the case. Somebody
Mhm.
else is paying, and usually, sadly, Oni, it's usually part of the armed services. They're on their GI Bill, or they're paying, and they're
fucking kidding
wasting
me?
their money. No, I've had so
Look,
many
they
students that
tell
were.
you this.
fucking crayon
They
eaters,
tell you
I
this?
tell you.
No, I refuse.
no.
They tell you this in boot camp. Fastest way off the island is to graduate. So if you don't want to have to take a class again, here's a fucking idea.
Pass it.
Pass it the first time.
agree.
It doesn't have to be fun. It can be like dragging your dick through nails. I don't fucking
Don't
care.
hit that button.
Do
Don't
the
you
work.
fucking dare
Do
hit
it.
that button.
Do
So
it.
you never
Do
have
it.
to do
Already
it
did.
again.
I gotta-
agree with you. We were talking
I
this week. We started new classes. We had like what 7, 8, 9, 10 people. One
Mhm.
person shows up for class.
One person for mine. I had 8
And we have
people in
two.
my class.
You can come in
One.
the morning or you can come in the afternoon. It's not like it's a time crunch there. So it's like, what the fuck? And
We
it's the
have to be
same
there
girl
regardless.
who didn't make it through our classes the first time, so she's hopefully
They.
will, focus this time. Oh, sorry. God damn it. They.
Who fucking care? Ugh.
We took
I
the
don't
same
know.
sensitivity training.
Yeah,
I
You know,
don't
it's early
understand
on.
this. The fact that Soda says that it's prior service members that are
Yeah.
fucking blowing shit off,
Maybe.
it doesn't fucking make sense to me because they grill it in our heads. Hey, if you don't pass your class, you have to pay it back.
And that's why
You
it's a
have to
shocker.
pay it back. Hey, people,
You
prior
fuck now.
service.
Yeah.
You have to pay that shit back if you don't pass it.
Well,
Don't be a fucking idiot. Don't stick your goddamn dick in the meat grinder.
especially with me and
What's the thing with dick
Jeep.
dragging through nails and meat grinders tonight, Soda?
I don't know. It's scaring me though. I'm scared.
Kind of the uncensored
go-
side's coming out a little bit. I'm sorry.
But you are correct.
I'm
like,
not.
why the fuck come to college if you're not gonna learn?
Right.
I
Well,
understand
that's
we-
wrestlers.
We do fuck up sometime. I mean, I fucked up myself, but I learned. Thank God, when I went back, I busted my ass to make sure I didn't fail anything. I didn't screw off classes, but when I was 19, I think I went to college the first time. I was barely 17. Of course, I
You
fucked
went
up.
with Barney Rubble and Fred Flintstone, right?
Yeah. We still had
It's okay, Chief. And you probably went with Methuselah. Probably best friends with him.
God dang it.
I got my master's earlier than he did, actually. But I did it a 3-year program in 2.5 because I'm fucking intelligent.
So that was around the time you were shaking hands with Jesus. Got it.
Yes, like San
Jesus
Francisco.
came after Methuselah, you dunderhead.
Clip.
Yeah, I'm already.
That
I'm
one-
on the clip section. I'm already deleting them as he's reading.
Damn, he's like, I'm fucking sick of this shit.
Yeah.
Click, click,
Click.
click.
He wants funny shit, but he's deleting it. So
Well, when you take like 15 clips of the same moment,
Right.
kind of
yeah,
like
that's
taking
if I'm
so many
taking
photos.
15 clips of the same moment.
Now, I'm going to say something, and I'm sure you will all have this person in your head. But if I have to suffer, all of you have to suffer. And I'm
Uh-oh.
sure they will call themselves out in a moment. Taking 15 clips of one moment when you're only looking for that one moment, it's kind of like taking so many photos. You basically have a silent film. You know who you are.
Badger.
Didn't even have to hold up a sign. Just watch. Watch for the chat, and I'm sure they will reveal themselves. Badger.
She's sleeping.
Wow.
Again.
Bummer.
She's got
How?
narcolepsy. She's like, I love this show.
That's how I just look back. She, been snoring for about an hour. So I don't
Good
know
Lord.
how I'm sitting here loud as shit. So she's.
Let me just tell you a trait in my family. We're tired enough, can sleep through anything.
Yeah,
Fuck's sake, I can sleep on the floor.
You do.
she's.
I
Yeah,
was saying,
I do.
I was saying this before. I'm like, about Oni, about you. It's like, yeah, Oni sleeps in an Iron Maiden, and then I think Tyrion Death goes, well, that would hurt. I'm like, yeah, you'd feel bad for the Iron Maiden. Those spikes are like, oh fuck, here comes Oni.
Right?
I'm saying she has more of an edge than that fucking Iron Maiden does. I'm just saying.
God damn it.
I am top tier edgelord. I am the
Yes,
Lord of
you are,
Edgelords.
and we love you. For
I'm
it.
Lord Edge. Lord Edge. My new title.
You're the
What-
radio.
What's,
host.
what's
Golden
the old
Lord.
torture device? That iron bowl? She just sleeps through those. You know, just like throw me in there.
Yeah, what you know what's really sad though is a lot of those torture devices either were never truly used or they were falsified,
Right.
which is
Still
really
fun.
unfortunate. It's like, well,
Wasn't
damn,
good.
what torture devices did they use? Oh, don't worry. The forms of execution I've heard of were like, wow, they were creative. So this is what happens when humanity doesn't have video games. Interesting.
Right?
That is true.
Anyways, moving on.
Looking at this weekend.
I'll be half in the Matrix, or was it Tron?
Oh my god, I'm
Anyways.
looking at all the clips. He's clipped about 50. What the fuck, dude? Real? I'm still scrolling down.
Keep going.
Oh my
want, like-
god.
Let's hit 150.
I'm starting to delete them like he's going.
I just want to hear cheap and bitch.
There's so many, dude. That's too many.
No,
Dude, you
no.
gotta
So she
stop.
said.
I'm serious.
So she
I don't
said.
have time.
I haven't even hit that button that many times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
I got a couple of
18, 19, 20,
quite a few
21,
really good
22,
ones.
23, 24,
Anyways,
25,
moving on.
26, 27. Wow. You are at 50 right now, dude. We're not even an hour in. You're cut
Sweet.
off.
Keep
You're
it
cut
up.
off.
I'm
No
proud
more.
of you. I am so proud of you.
Such a dick. Wow. I'm going to do it right now. I'm not going to have time this weekend.
You don't need to do it this weekend. There's plenty out there right now.
I know. Go ahead.
Anyway, so the hard drive this week
Oh.
is all about the early access of Kerbal Space. Wow. It's called Space Case, is the topic. Kerbal Space Program 2. That being said,
Where's Mariner?
for some reason, I'm sure he'll pop in soon. I probably
loves
should have
this
pushed
game.
this one back. For
He's playing
some
D&D. Give him a second.
reason, yeah, he usually pops in a couple of times, but for some reason, the early access is getting dragged in reviews and first impressions because there's glitches, graphics issues, screen tearing, frame rate drops, all this stuff that, from my understanding, kind of comes with the territory of early access because it's an incomplete version. So what you're doing is you're playing the early access in order to report these problems that you're having. So
Lazy game development,
you
dude.
shouldn't be expecting the best of the best in alpha, from what I always understood.
Mhm.
You should be the one reporting the bugs, and then they go back, fix as many of the problems as they can, and then come back with a beta. At least that was my understanding.
Well, seems some were data mined.
Oh.
Yeah. This is why I hate early access. I'm sorry. I hate, even if I want to, like, Baldur's Gate was in early access. I'm like, I love Baldur's Gate. Why in the fuck are they in early access? Like, they shouldn't need to. This is kind of eliminates a lot of jobs because people pay now to beta test games or alpha. It's like,
Good lord.
I hate it. I will not play anything in early access. So
It's just lazy game development, dude.
it's
It's
just
just fucking
it's-
lazy.
I don't mind
like-
so much with indie companies, but these big companies, they can pay to have people test this shit. Because a lot of testers, especially say with MMOs or big games coming out, they only play to find the glitches. So when day one releases, they can come out and be ahead of everybody. They're not gonna tell that bug. Like I mean, I've seen that so many times.
I
Diablo was
wish
the
there was a
same
way
way.
to do that with Call of Duty. I'm like, here is an extra $300, unlock everything, and put a bot aimer on my character.
Well, Diablo 3, when it was early, there was a bug that made the wizard basically immortal. They couldn't die.
Yep, the Archon bug.
Yeah, and nobody mentioned that for, I mean, I say a good 6 months before they finally like, oh, hey, shit, you know, like.
I
No,
missed
And
that
that
this
bug.
was,
sounds like people going, "Do not ruin this for me."
yeah,
Yeah,
That sounds like what
totally.
that is.
you got to remember there was a real money auction house at the time, so people were getting paid because that game was hard as shit when it
Are
first
those
came out.
certain people you who went on multiple vacations because of that character?
No, I actually didn't use that bug. I didn't know it. Somehow, all the shit I knew, I've never found that bug. God, I
Which
wish I
was the
would have.
bug that like you made a lot of money from and got went on like 8
I just
vacations?
played hard. Like
Get the fuck out of here, you liar!
I had not. I'm not fucking kidding you. I knew every little section where I could, basically pull the mobs back to and get them stuck, or
Oh
Yep,
wow.
gotta love the bottleneck.
you had to kite everything. It's not like it is now,
Not
but
at all.
it was hard,
The
and
only
that's
thing
why.
regarding, sorry,
No, go ahead. I'm done.
no, you can go ahead. You were finishing statement.
Giggity.
I was just saying that's
Shut
why
up.
people complained, and they made it pretty much super easy now.
With early access, all it really sounds like to me, in some ways, it sounds almost like, and this is a really broad statement, so I apologize. The gaming community has their priorities backwards. They'll
Mhm.
bitch about early access having a lot of issues, but then when the full game releases, they're like, oh, this is fine that it's not even half done, or that there's a game breaking bug unless there's a glitch, and now it's only certain people that are affected. It's like their priorities are just flip flopped. With early access, it sounds like what it is it's just another way to try to get some of that return on investment sooner,
Mhm.
because some people may pay for certain features. It could be another way to do some quote unquote free promotion, so you don't have to advertise as much. Which, especially for an indie title, I could totally understand. It also sounds like another way to build up hype, and I hate myself for using that phrase, but here we are. So I can't really be mad when it comes to an early version of a game that just got released for the public to start kind of kicking the tires on the new toy. But then they just keep letting big titles get away with dumb shit all the time. I don't understand the priorities here. I would be
agree with you.
concerned. I would be more concerned if it were the release date is in a week, and every time I play the game, there are still the same problems. I would be concerned about that. I would be concerned if it were a situation of you have to pay in order to access certain features that are going to be put in later anyways. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I could always just say it's a fucking video game. Who cares? But part of me just goes, why is it always not the big companies that are getting flack? People will still buy the next Call of Duty game for some fucking reason. But heaven forbid this video game about going to space with little critters that look like Legos. Oh no, they're the issue. Is because they're closer on the level you can access them and yell at them or something. It's early access. Sons of the Forest just got released for early access. It's not the whole game. We keep saying that we want more independent developers, and then we push those independent developers away when they're trying to just get traction in that market. It boggles the mind.
Mhm.
So I hope it's a fun game. I hope people are enjoying themselves.
Well, I mean, the biggest deal about this particular game, well, this sequel, is that it had the original, the first one, has been hugely popular. For some reason, I don't understand all of the appeal, but I do understand the appeal for solo play. But
Yeah.
for streaming, I definitely don't understand the appeal. I've seen this game streamed everywhere. I've seen gameplay videos of it everywhere. It's been out. The first one has been out for more than 13 years.
Oh, it's been that long.
From what I understand, I could be wrong on the date, but I can't be that far off. But it's been about 13 years, give or take, and it still captivates a lot of people. So that's why I think this is a big deal. And I want to actually hear this I want to hear this opinion of yours, Soda, that you just threw out there in the chat.
Yeah.
This was
You're
this was
basically-
data mined. That was data mined from somebody saying stop calling the devs lazy. That's the name of the article.
Ah. Now, I kind of agree that
Yeah.
a lot of trouble comes out from, chief executives and the C-level people and the investors that start pushing for a release of something that's in development. It's not ready for a release. I could see the last minute changes, last minute this, last minute that, and then, hey, you better have the fucking game ready to play now because we want it released now.
That's
Because they
usually
want
what
a return
happens.
on their investment. That is a legitimate opinion, and I can 100% see and get behind that as the reasoning behind the massive clusterfucks and self-destructive, terrible ass releases that we've seen over the last 5 years.
5? Only 5?
I think he's being generous.
I would say
I
yes.
would
I'm
agree.
being generous. There have been way more recently than in the range of 5 years ago. Like within the last 3 or even 2, I could say that we've had way too many, especially in respect to a longer range. Say let's date back 10 years, and we could probably count before the previous 2 to 3 years. We could probably count the same amount of severe disasters that have happened.
Oh yeah.
But
Easy.
Chief, you and I had kind of a pretty spirited discussion about early access when we were talking about using this as a topic.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I don't like indie games. Yeah, it's fine because they don't have the manpower to have the beta testing. Sorry, the QA testing, not beta testing, but the QA testing. But it's fucking lazy, dude. It's so fucking lazy for a big developer to you know what? I'm gonna throw that out there with showstopper bugs and geometry penetration giggity. And shit that I know doesn't work. Yeah, I understand going there and just doing early testing for stuff. The test I've been part of those closed betas before because I had friends working at Activision, and that's completely different. Open beta and closed beta, we could talk about that for hours. But just to throw it out there to the public, and there's a lot more mistakes than you anticipated. That doesn't make your company look good. It makes you look lazy. It makes it look like you're just mailing it in. It doesn't look like you're going through the traditional video game pipeline to make a successful game. And that's what I was saying in our meeting yesterday. Is this is ridiculous. It should not even get this far. If there's so many of these giant mistakes for a big company, there's no excuse for it. You have the money. You want charging more for a game. I've been saying for years they should. But and I get a lot of blowback on social media and on the show, but I don't care. I'll be the contrarian. I'll be the bad guy on this. But
I keep
I can
explaining my position on that. I don't mind paying more, but you have to make it worth it.
absolutely,
As in, it better be fucking playable.
absolutely,
It better be done.
you're
I
absolutely right.
problem.
am definitely
Yes.
with you on that in that
Totally
context.
agree with you.
However,
It
previous
shouldn't be rocket science.
discussions
Right.
previous discussions made it sound like you were just being contrarian just to be contrarian, not really.
It's like 50-50. I'm like half tongue in cheek, half serious. I do that to keep you on your feet, on your toes.
You are in the middle of the topic here, Mariner. please, by
Oh,
all
yeah, help us.
means,
Yeah, we've been.
yeah, by all means, offer your points in the chat because we've been discussing this.
Just watch the
and
clips because he's been hitting it 50 million times. You'll be all caught
I
up.
haven't touched
You just
it
watch.
since you cut me off, jackass.
Keep pushing
Until
it,
now.
dude. I'm telling you.
Until now, because you made me do a good one.
I will put a big donation.
I love you, Hiro. No homo.
Hit 100. And we'll hit it. I'll donate.
How he goes, hang on. Anyways,
I just drank water. I'm gonna fucking.
I 100% agree with the point of. Well, I don't necessarily agree with the point of make the games more expensive, but if it's going to happen, because I mean it's fucking economics. Seriously, it's basic fucking economics.
Reaganomics.
Supply and demand. Okay, I get it. The price should go up, but just like Oni said, you know, fucking echoing here, it better be fucking worth it. Like, I see what you're saying as well about the you know, it's lazy developing. I question whether or not it is, because how do I word this? We've had really way too many unfinished releases, terrible bugs, all this stuff that's just going out there, going live on day one, and then this massive ass day zero patch comes out, but they did no beta testing, they did no early access, they did all this, they've kept all their development in-house, and it's just this rotten fucking disaster. But when you have an early access, you get an opportunity to be held accountable, to you know, you get the opportunity for some good faith people to come in, play, and then report the bugs and help you find a lot of bugs. Like I just feel like it an early access and alpha can keep you honest to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best way that, and this is coming from someone who has no idea how the fuck this stuff kind of works, because I don't like people. You would think that the way they would do it is anyone who downloads the game, and I know with certain games this actually wound up being a paper trail of drama because someone didn't deliver on their promise and then kicked the people out of the video game while still allowing them to use the money. You have access and you are put in a log through the video game. That way you get perks for helping with the early access. Maybe it's a discount on the full game. Maybe it's credits in the video game since you're helping to find bugs or you're helping to promote it essentially for free. You think there'd be some sort of bonus. So maybe they didn't help with the Kickstarter, or maybe they didn't donate, but they are doing the early access stuff and giving you active feedback, and they are helping you with the final product. I would think that would be what early access would be for, because not everybody wants to play a game where they're trying to find all the things that are broken. Some people also don't want it spoiled. Maybe they want the full event so they can sit down, play through all of it, and then be surprised by the ending. But people who do the early access route could get credit for it. You know, they might be able to put it on a resume or be part of a community or be part of like a subscription, like, hey, when we release the next game, you can get, you know, some extra early access perks or something. That's what I would think most early access would be good for, especially if you're a bigger company, because now you actually have the money to do that kind of stuff. But hey, what do I know? By the way, the game that I was talking about was Day of Dragons, which you may have heard of, because they wound up actually kicking out a video gamer I follow, set of video gamers I follow, because those chaps were not pleased with what was going on. They voiced it, and then they got kicked out of the video game, but their names are still in the logs. And then they were being slandered online by the developer. It did not go well. So, yeah.
Well, I hope the developers got their just desserts on that one.
Pretty sure because Sid Alpha wound up going in on them.
Ooh.
Because also I think this was like a 2-part video because the video gamers that had that happen to them put out videos going, hey, look, this game seems to be a scam, and now we can't even access it. And so, yeah, when Sid Alpha caught scent of that, he's like, ooh, someone wants to have their career ended. Let's go.
All right.
So, and I don't typically watch him, but the fact that there were 2 video gamers that I follow and seem to be of good moral standing, it's like, wow, you really want to take these 2 guys on who really just want to play video games? You're stupid. So, yeah.
So, Mariner, he chimed in with a lot here. I'll do a quick read.
Okay.
He says, "Okay, Oni." I don't know why he was poking in your direction there. Chat scrolling. This game is playable, but one, to compare it to the first game is a false equivalence. KSP was built on technology from 12 plus years ago, so I was in the right neighborhood. Yep. KSP works pre-nominal on today's tech. KSP 2 is made for today's tech. He then agrees with my point. I think he agrees with my point on the alpha testing. The 2 games work on different systems. KSP uses the CPU for graphics processing compared to KSP 2, which uses the graphics card for graphics processing. The first game also had bugs and lots of problems when it first came out and was in early release as well. I will agree the price tag for early release is steep, but give it time and this game will be so much worth it. Another thing that, because I was doing some digging while Oni was talking there, Kerbal Space Program and Kerbal Space Program 2 is actually made by, 10 years ago they were considered, I don't know if they still are considered, an indie developer called Squad.
Don't know.
So, as we mentioned earlier, just to correct any impressions that may have been had, early access is par for the course for indie developers and good. But in the context as well, when we were talking about early access and alphas, especially in Chieftain's case, that early access and alphas are lazy development. If you are a big AAA studio,
Baldur's Gate,
and you
get
want to
good, Scrubs.
Come on our show.
Baldur's Gate should not have been in early access. And I agree with Mariner. Like, why not give us a discount if we're gonna get an early access? Don't charge us full price.
I think he's referencing the price of Kerbal Space Program 2.
It's $49.99, I believe.
Ooh,
that's almost $50.
It's almost $50, and that's about double what the original launched at.
It's not at full price, he said. $50 isn't full price. What the hell is gonna be full price? I'm scared.
Wow.
$79.99. Joe special.
$69.99.
Giggity.
All right. There's 10 more right there.
No.
Well, make sure you get a tenner from Nova.
2 tenants. It'll cost you 2 tenants.
Boop.
5 tenner.
I'm
gonna go ahead and move on.
A muscle in my abdomen.
All that coughing and laughing you did.
Oh.
Need to chill out, Chief. So, we're talking about the flop of the sea. Flop of the sea.
Someone smell fish?
What the fuck is that? Albacore tuna.
Stinks like fish in here. Oh. And it is because it's Lent and I can't eat meat on Fridays, but I can eat fish.
It's good for your heart, though.
Yeah, all that omega-3.
Yes.
Oh, so what's the context, Hiro? I'm glad you asked, Hiro.
Yeah, what is the context here, Hiro?
So, congratulations to Disney for making the absolute biggest flop, dead on arrival live action rendition of The Little Mermaid. Because no, we're not racist. It just looks like shit. um, full
This should be
disclosure.
left under the sea. I'm just saying.
Full disclosure. Flounder looks absolutely horrendous, and it's all of his CGI glory, and
He looks like a
Sebastian looks like the fucking crab meme, the dancing crab meme.
crab. Oh my god.
Really, seriously. But even worse, we got some AstroTurf damage control already done by Disney. I guarantee you, Haley Bailey was told to go out there and shit talk the racists and all that, because if you don't like it, you must be racist, because she's a black actress playing the traditionally red-haired white
Lloyd
Little
Lightfoot
Mermaid.
loves it.
Of course, fucking Pocahontas does. Fucking Mayor Beetlejuice. God damn it.
I'm kidding. I have no idea.
Ex-mayor. Ex-mayor.
Yeah, yep. Ex-mayor Beetlejuice.
finally got smart over there.
Congratulations. Not by much though. I mean, it's like a competition between who's bad, who's worse, and who's worse than that.
Well, that's usually how it works. But
Where in the ocean is she? Is she in the Caribbean? Is she in
Cabarian.
the Black Sea?
thought
If
she,
she's in the
thought
Black
she
Sea,
from-
that makes sense.
Whoa, dude.
Just saying.
I'm not
Good
touching
lord.
that one.
I will. No one's watching. It's like 8 people.
I like that, Nova. It's racist that she assumes it's racist.
Totally. She could be a good actor. I don't have nothing against her.
Look, I can tell you right now, the girl's got pipes. She can
Yeah.
fucking sing.
Great
Why
She
don't-
show.
sounds amazing.
But why don't they make a new something with her in it instead of
Right.
putting her name with this? It's just
So,
makes no
this
I
sense.
think
talking-
this whole slide is racist.
I mean, they
It's
could make like a
Photoshop.
random name and Ariel's long lost cousin or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why make her Ariel again? Like, I don't get that.
Why'd you use a
Bing.
chicken of the sea can and put a black mermaid in there? That's totally fucking racist. And then you call it's chunk white tuna,
It's Chuck White.
and then chunk implying that she's fat. So now you're fat shaming,
Wow.
and then you're misracing her with calling it chunk and white. So there's
I
so many
can-
things wrong with this slide here that we're gonna get canceled for. So I'd just like to thank you for that.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go out on a limb. Soda, don't worry. You don't have to wake Badger up to ask her this question, because I'll answer for her. I highly doubt she fucking cares.
Yeah,
That
no,
is
I'm
also
just
true.
I'm trying to be funny here. It's like God.
Oh no, I'm just adding
Oh,
to
okay.
it. Let me heap more on
I mean,
it.
we could have made this worse if I got a hold of that can.
I bet.
Oh lord. I
Photoshop
mean,
would have done some magic on that thing.
Oh yeah,
So-
you would have like her fin hanging out the side of the can and shit.
I would have made it
So-
look like you could actually go buy it at the store.
Yeah.
So anyways, back to what I was saying, like this Disney has definitely gone out there to AstroTurf some damage control. I guarantee you Disney in the back channels went to her and said, "Hey, go attack the racists. Go make us look good by saying that people that are hating on you for being by saying people are hating on you for being black." When in reality, one, people are just saying, "Why don't you make something new for her to use her skills in to make it look good?
Yes.
Something that's going to blow the fuck up and just put your all in it so that it will blow the fuck up and be amazing."
It's not
Rather than giving
complicated.
her sloppy seconds and being propped up on a pedestal of past success.
And
That's
all the
fucking
controversy.
offensive.
There's no way to say that's bad without them saying it's racist.
Right.
It's the lowest common denominator of a debate. It's like, oh well, it's racist. Well, that's just
Always-
fucking lazy debating.
I always
Don't
wondered
be a
why they
fucking
never do
dumbass.
that.
You
I
have
mean, you
every.
have.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say they have Ariel. It was great, good movie. Everybody loves it. So why not again? Like just make something up. It's her stepsister. It's
Frog
something.
and the
No,
Prince. She's black. Do a live action
anything.
with that.
Yeah, they kind of
Fuck's
fucked up
sake.
with that story, but you know, you'd have
Such,
to listen to my wife talk about it to really understand the amount of
but they have.
rage
I'm sure
she
I'm gonna
has
hear it
about that
tomorrow.
movie.
They've got to have enough writers to write a new. Why why do we have to take something?
Well,
You know,
Because they're
to
fucking lazy and they don't want to take a risk.
it's
to
fucking.
to throw more kerosene on the fire here, just the whole can of it. Maybe some propane while we're at it.
Man.
Maybe I'll throw a canister of propane on the fire while we're at it, just
Propane.
to make it, you know, more explosive.
Let me go
On
down,
top
man. I'll get
of
Hank
all-
Hill. He's one of my neighbors.
Sounds about right. You're in the right state for it, I'm sure.
Exactly.
But anyways, on top of her coming out and, you know, fucking calling us racist for hating on the bad CGI. The bad CGI is a thing because the animators out there and the CGI artists out there, they don't want to work for Disney anymore because Disney don't pay.
Well, a
They've
lot
been
of them
doing
too
everything they can to fucking undercut their work.
are students that go to school and don't learn the shit they need to learn.
They do when
Well-
they're in our class.
Yeah, but I'm just saying most of them just get through, and they're like, oh, I got a degree in, graphics, or motion
Very busy.
graphics, visual effects, and then they hire these kids, and
And they're
like,
thirsty for a brand new job in the field, so here comes Disney like,
And then you
What,
get
I'm
back
gonna
to
pay
the
you
job.
peanuts
50 hours a week?
yeah, why not?
for minimum wage.
Or so $19 an hour.
The problem is
Fucking-
Disney has to prey on these people because they don't know shit.
Exactly. But they still should know shit coming out of school that they don't, like-
They don't know what they're worth. Which, well,
That should be a class. I actually took a class in that.
yeah, that should be.
And
I mean,
And the
we
class
should do
title
that.
was
I
"Know
did
Your Worth" by the
capstone.
Chieftain.
It should be a capstone class.
I always
Right.
send them. There's a guy on YouTube that's great shit. He's like, here's what you should charge for your graphic design, your logos, your book layouts. Here's exactly how to charge. Like too many people sell themselves too short.
Unless it's Marin, I do shit for him for free.
Well, I mean, friends, family, we've all done.
Friends,
it,
friends,
so,
friends get pro bono work automatic. So
that's different, but
Anyways, so this kind of leads into another topic that's on.
did you get Oni's opinion on it?
let's put this in between
Oh,
real quick.
yeah, I am-
Godzilla got a star in Hollywood.
What the fuck?
Yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there.
Anyways, we heard from Soda on this. We heard from Chieftain on this. Tyrandut, did you say what you wanted to say?
Mm-hmm.
Oni, allow me to open. Let me open the gates of hell so we can see these flames. Oni, please.
She's taking a shit.
Oh Lord.
Maybe she fell asleep too.
I
Sorry, I had it on mute. My bad.
That's okay.
Because every
Everyone
time I
does
tried to speak, someone else was talking.
How's it
I
feel?
just.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually say excuse me when I try to
Excuse me?
speak, and I let someone finish their sentence.
The audio go out?
I doubt that.
No,
Go ahead.
Just- thank you.
You're welcome.
If I did it, I'm sorry. I don't think I did, but if I did, sorry.
Fine. Disney is trying not to drown. But they keep making all the wrong moves because it's all they know how to do. I thought there was going to be a different Little Mermaid movie. it was talked about like 5-10 years ago. I don't even remember. And essentially, a mermaid would be in a freak show, and the people would try to save her. That was what the original one was supposed to be about. That actually sounded interesting, because then it would have sounded super gritty. It would have taken place in New Orleans, which always has this dark, mysterious vibe behind the party facade. But they're trying to go with this. But it doesn't look good. And instead of taking criticism the way anyone should take criticism, which is take it the best you can, you work with it, Disney feels like they can do no wrong. Which is ironic because they're doing a lot of things wrong. So I have zero sympathy. I wish no ill will to anyone who's been working on this. I'm sorry you're working on a train wreck. But, you know, it's too late to hop off now.
Quite.
Mm-hmm. Did we get a release date?
I know it's out there. I didn't actually look it up. However, it's supposedly due to come out within the next 2 to 3 months.
Oh.
Yeah. And the whole reason that Sebastian was revealed was because of accompanying merch. There's a coloring book or some sort of kids activity. Some sort of kids activity book that that shows the live action Sebastian. And they don't wow. They don't know whether to it seems like they don't know whether or not to keep Ariel's hair red or make it the brownish black that is the girl's natural hair color. they keep
It's
flip-flopping
an animated
between the
movie
two.
about a mermaid. Just go with the red. And here's another thing. This constant attempt to try to make live action movies from animated films, just give up. Stop. It will not go well. It doesn't go well. The only time I've seen it do well is when you take it to the theater setting on a stage, because you still have that suspension of disbelief. There's still a way to make it fun and entertaining and fantastical. When you're doing it with live action, with green screens, takes all the fucking magic out of it, because you can just do another take and fix it in post. But because you're also now losing all the people who you should be paying, you can't do that.
Put a monkey face on it.
You just send it to India to fix it.
So,
we love
I
our
think
monkey-faced hero.
Chieftain, you raised your hand there. Did you have something?
Me?
Yeah,
I forgot.
Oh.
That's why I have to interrupt, because my ADHD, I can't hold the thought in. And then if someone talks, it's just like out of my head like that.
You lost it.
I lost it.
Anyways. Oni, got anything more?
No, that's it.
And bloop.
And
The next topic, titled
Yeah.
Flopomania.
Yes.
So
Cocaine Bear.
so to at least not to my surprise, and I think Oni has also made a comment along the lines of shocked. After the first week of Ant-Man Quantumania, it had I'll say it this way, nearly 70% drop in revenue. The actual figure that I saw being thrown around was 69% drop.
wow.
69.
Wait
for somebody to say nice.
Nope.
Not tonight.
So the the figures are looking really, really, really bad. Its second week of being out, it almost got dethroned in the first slot by Cocaine Bear. Like,
Cocaine Bear, so cute though.
it's my understanding is that Cocaine Bear is like a very, very meh but okay movie from what I've heard. I had no intention of seeing it, and I don't really care to because it doesn't interest me. So it's not like I really give a shit.
Why don't you like it, Nova? I mean, Hero.
Oh dear God.
I am Cocaine Bear.
There you go. What I can say is, for a Marvel film to almost be derailed and for a Marvel film to almost be completely taken out of the first spot on its second week by a literal B movie, almost C movie.
Don't call my movie B movie. It's not B. It's a movie. It's a.
It's just, it's a sign of the times.
Too much to bear.
That pun was just right.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
because the movie's pretty grisly as it is.
Oh God.
I guess
I'm not gonna. No, not gonna. Not gonna.
Magma said nice one.
Disney has been sniffing that cocaine.
Oh, they've been
Magma also
say about Disney.
Oh,
I haven't
Magma
gotten from Disney in 3 years from my stocks.
Hey, Soda.
Yeah.
I just crafted a primal ancient.
Oh yeah, you did.
Anyways,
Completely derailing, but anyways,
and here's the piece of the puzzle that's missing from this slide is that I think it's coming out either this weekend or next weekend, if it hasn't already. Creed 3. I'm just going to call it now. Creed 3 is going to hit it with the ground and pound and take that first slot. So, again, it's a sign of the times. Marvel is probably on the outs unless they can pull out some real heavy duty, heavy hitters in some of the next films.
Need to go back to the
Here's
things
Go ahead, Oni, please.
Go ahead. I was just gonna make a joke that Creed 3 might be a knockout for all of them.
Nice.
That is true.
is he fighting a Russian?
On drugs. Cocaine.
It's a black
She
Russian.
don't mind, she
Maybe
don't
they're
mind,
wrestling
she
Cocaine
don't
Bear.
mind. Cocaine.
Wrestling
That's
Cocaine Bear in the quantum universe.
I mean, they have Russians fucking wrestling bears all the time, crazy fuckers.
They also have
So-
those crazy slap fights.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw this next nugget of news on top of the pile here, and then pass it around. That's probably a lame one. Anyways,
Whoa, dude.
The Marvels. Got some more news on that. The Marvels was supposed to be a movie released in the Phase 4 slate. It's now being pushed into Phase 5 for reasons. It's had 5 different release dates.
Yeah, I know, because they decided to make one of them November 10th, not over my dead fucking body.
Anyways, so the context that from the rumor mills that I'm hearing from credible sources, which, you know, I'm just not going to give them free press. From some of these credible sources is that they're going through some serious reshoots and it has not been testing well. I think part of the problem
So it's
is
not doing very marvelous.
I just
She can't squeeze in the movie in between her Nissan commercial.
I want to clip
You
it,
know-
but I can't.
Go ahead.
Nissan might have a little bit more value to it if they went back to their original Datsun name.
Oh god. I'm sorry, but you're trying to build this movie off the back of
Sure.
several characters that are not very popular for several reasons. For one,
Is it because they're women, you sexist pig?
Whoa.
no. There were
Maybe it's
like
because their
fucking
characterization just fucking sucks.
That too.
they're all C-list and Z-list characters. They've
Now,
been
don't get me wrong.
trying. Please, Oni, go
Sorry.
ahead.
Kamala Khan, from what I've heard, can be written as a very sweet young woman, as a very charismatic, optimistic person.
Mhm.
But pairing her with the version of Captain Marvel or Marvel, however you want to say it, of Brie Larson, which from what I heard was about as enthusiastic as wet cardboard,
Yep.
terrible idea. When what they could have done is go to some of the comic book iterations where they had a team up of Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel, you had Squirrel Girl, oh my gosh, the America Chavez, I think, was in it.
Yeah.
Basically, like these young teens who wanted to be superheroes, and so they were doing that. And yes, they happened to be girls, but they were wanting to be superheroes, and they were just doing their best, which is really wholesome. You could have done that, but no, they wanted to. They want to just keep trying to pump out as much as they can from this fucking bullshit, and it's
Giggity.
going about as well as possible. It's like, I mean, you end with a world-ending event that literally includes time travel, which almost never goes well. And now you want it to be with Kang the Conqueror, and then you want to include Doctor Doom, who should have, if anything, been included much earlier.
Yep.
Phases 1, 2, and 3 were planned. Phases 4, 5, and 6 just kind of feel like afterthoughts. And you know what? Sometimes if you have an afterthought, you should just keep it to yourself. You don't share that. It's kind of like a plague. I wonder why.
I like COVID.
So, my personal opinion as far as why it's not doing so well is you've got the the third string and like the 10th string in this movie. Miss Marvel is a character from the comics that has never stuck. Nobody has ever liked her, and they keep hitting the reset button on her series every time the sales fall off the cliff. Oh, it's not popular anymore. We need to get it to stick. Let's hit that reset button and start her over. Let's get a new first edition out there. Captain Marvel has always been an absolute dumpster fire of a character. Her original run was absolutely horrendous.
As a character, she wasn't originally that. She was actually pretty good originally in the comics. It was something happened in more recent years. Okay, let me just say some of the characterizations I've seen of her, she was a hard ass, but with a military background, it makes sense.
Yes.
But
Plus,
for
they
some
always
reason,
made her super strong.
Yeah, they made her super strong, but they also made her very determined. She was very, very much a go-getter, which sometimes made it difficult to work with her because she wasn't used to necessarily collaborating with other people, but she knew what she was doing. It's only in more recent years, and I wonder why, where she's just become this character where
Unlikable bitch.
if you were to meet her in real life,
The real life.
yeah,
Stop trying to
where
sell
in
me a
real
new
life
song.
you'd be going,
Go ahead, sorry.
but it's only in more recent years like in the last 10 or so years. I mean, crap's sake, she's part of the reason why Civil War II went so horrendously badly, because she was okay with the deaths of characters. It's like, you're the leader of the Avengers. Are you fucking sure? Are you high? Did you sniff the cocaine?
Cocaine bear.
Because this is bad. This is very bad.
Well, to clarify my point, I'm sorry, Oni, I don't want to run you over, but I will
I'm just
lose the context.
Bad, yeah.
I will lose the context if I don't jump in right now. To clarify my point a little bit, maybe the run that I'm thinking of was more recent, but what I'm thinking of was, I thought, the original run of Captain Marvel, not the original Captain Marvel, of course, but the version that we are getting of Captain Marvel, or at least that they're projecting, is also the fucking version where she had fucking Stockholm syndrome and kept going back to her abuser and was like a drunk, alcoholic, terrible person. The run that I am familiar with was later, when a new writer came in and looked at all the history of Captain Marvel and went, no, I don't know what this previous writer was thinking. This is bad. Let's just wipe it clean and start again. It was very, very bad. And from what I understand, her version of Captain Marvel was never incredibly popular. So that's my clarification. It might be
really bad resting bitch face. That's why.
Also true.
Okay, and also the version that we got in the live action. First of all, the only reason that movie did $1 billion is because everybody thought it was going to be required viewing for Endgame. She
is charged, dude.
Acted like a fucking stiff board of wood. Nobody, like, she just doesn't know how to emote well in the role she was given. Plus this is another case of, bitch, you should have just kept your fucking mouth shut, because now you pissed off 5% of your goddamn fan base.
And also your your fellow actors. If Don Cheadle fucking hates you, that's bad.
Quit putting things in her mouth.
What's that?
I said quit putting things in her mouth.
They were actually talking, and he actually touched her. He's like, don't touch me.
Don't
Like,
touch me.
It's fucking awkward as hell. Kind of like the awkward silences we had here. That was the entire interview with Brie Larson. With
oh god,
that was fucking awkward as fuck.
So Tyrion Death, thoughts? We lost him.
Yeah, his character's not moving on the stream, so.
Oh, he pulled a soda.
Go to a 4 shot.
What? I'm always here.
Except when you go for a smoke break.
Go for a 4 shot.
So within the context of the entire topic, Oni, got thoughts on the Marvels or Quantum Mania versus Cocaine Bear?
I mean, I think it's great that a B movie is absolutely crushing a Marvel movie. That's some poetry right there. But again, what did they expect? The utter irony, though, is that they are their own worst enemy. DC doesn't have to do anything. In fact, DC could fail all on its own, and Marvel is still also failing by flooding the market, kind of like Magic the Gathering cards.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't
We're going to
know.
just leave that in a dumpster fire in the landfill, just like the Magic the Gathering cards. So that's, yeah.
Although I don't know that it's necessarily just the flooding of the market that's causing this problem.
Oh, definitely not. But I think it's
the fact that they're paying less and less and less attention to good quality storytelling, as opposed to.
Well, no, they're flying by the seat of their pants.
Well, this
I don't know what the fuck they're doing right now.
Why don't they bring characters that people want to see? They never thought Galaxy the Guardian was going to do anything, and then Rocket Raccoon is,
What,
you know,
Guardians
Galaxy.
of the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
I was gonna let it go, but thank you, Oni.
What the fuck?
Guardians
What do
of
you
the
expect from a
Galaxy.
Flash fan?
Hey,
Ooh.
Likes a shitty character in
well,
DC.
Guardians
I
of the
will fuck you.
Galaxy.
Oh,
At least Guardians of the
That's
Galaxy
a
was
clip.
fun.
Yes.
And you know what? Sometimes when it comes to a movie, you kind of need a reminder as to why you're going to go watch the movie. If I
Okay.
wanted to go feel depressed and upset, I can do that all by myself. I don't need the internet for that. I don't need a movie. I can just exist and just fucking cry.
Let's go with
Percocet.
Deadpool then.
So-
Deadpool. They never thought Deadpool was going to do anything with Deadpool.
Well,
Is that a better
no, because
example?
no. It's not that they didn't think it was going to do anything. It's the fact that in order to do Deadpool correctly, you have to not have any sort of filter for Deadpool.
Keep
Now,
the family-friendly fingers out of it.
Wait, filter.
Now, I will
Deadpool?
say-
Oh boy.
there's a very particular way to get around censors for children's shows, such as with his iterations in one of the Spider-Man TV shows. He was in one of the episodes in an animated film. Granted, yes, directly to TV, but it was still very good with Deadpool. But they did censor it a little bit because they're like, we do have teenagers who are going to watch this. Let's not make this utterly Deadpool. But in order to do Deadpool correctly, you kind of have to take the filter and forget it
Well, yeah, the
exists.
PG-13 Deadpool was
There was always a
fucking
guarantee,
horrible.
but it's
Ooh.
the fact that
Shocked.
it was a quote superhero. We're gonna be very careful about that quote.
Well, it's like we want to
Superhero
see
film.
Lobo, but we want
That was absolutely
we want
rated
to
R.
see new shit.
Well, I mean, we're gonna get
Well,
Lobo.
finally, I mean,
that
like
is
15
confirmed.
years later, ish. You know,
I mean, yeah, but take what you
Deadpool
can.
took forever. I mean, Ryan Reynolds had to use his own money, basically to start that off. So
But hey, he's
I'm
wise man. He's getting what he wants, and now he gets that Wolverine in there
because he has
too.
Mint Mobile, and now they have a Mint Mobile shake at where was it? Jack in the Box, I think, or
Oh,
Taco,
God.
one of 'em.
Well, also he's friends with Hugh Jackman on a personal level, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
extremely
he-
personal.
hey Hugh, you want to be Wolverine again? Yeah, sure.
Sure, Ryan. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm gonna go work out again for 20 hours a day.
All I can say is that commercial was the epitome of one of my favorite Deadpool Wolverine crossover comic covers. Literally on the cover, it shows Logan in the background. He's got his fist like he's uppercutting, and there's a claw going straight through the middle of Deadpool's head. And the quote on the cover is Deadpool going, "Why, Logan, I always knew I'd have you inside of me."
Sweet.
And we just got kicked off.
Anyways,
Careful, Deadpool. It might be booby trapped. He said trap. That was the joke that made it through kids' censors because Deadpool.
Yep. So,
I like
anyways,
this
now
Hot
that you're
Pocket.
back, Tear and Death, do you have any comments on the entirety of this particular topic, including the Ant-Man versus High Bear and the Marvels debacle?
Well, honestly, considering what they've done to Marvel, this is just Disney getting their just desserts. The other actually looks hilarious, where the other just, I don't even care anymore.
Is it embarrassing?
That's like the worst, the absolute fucking worst that a fan could ever say about one of their favorite franchises. I don't care anymore. Apathy. That means you've
Yeah.
gone past rock bottom and gone straight to hell.
And Ryan Reynolds, if you're out there, if you prove to me you're using your own Mint Mobile, I will switch over.
Hashtag not
We're
sponsored.
all on a Laggin Out family plan.
Lagging out, we'll all go to Mint Mobile, and we'll even put Oni on Mint Mobile.
As
internet.
far as
Yeah.
Marvel
Jesus,
having their
please.
and
Let him
Disney
talk,
having
let him
their
talk.
mitts on Star Wars comes to mind
Yeah.
with Deadpool.
I was gonna say, if anybody didn't catch the context there, he's talking about Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Deadpool.com.
Anyways.
Deadpool.com.
God damn it, he's plugging his own porn site again.
It's on
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Oh.
And hey, we're on TikTok, at least until it gets banned.
Yep. And watch our silly videos and dick jokes.
So we can stream live
Yes.
with all the rest of the Madonnas of the world.
Oh God.
Yes. And do a creepy video like
And
Britney
Chieftain
Spears.
will drink out of a dog bowl for you.
No, I won't.
With a leash
Soda will do
and
the
a
cinnamon
collar.
challenge.
Oh hell no! I hate cinnamon as it is. I'm definitely not fucking doing.
Dipped in bacon.
Oh,
Go ahead,
God,
Chieftain, do
that
our
is
ad read.
Fucking horrible.
Oh, you caught me. I'm off the slides. I
Fire
don't know where it
shirts.
is. Oh, shirts. There we go. Hey, if you like shirts, you should buy ours. And I can't find the link. I
We
lost
do
That's
it.
need,
unfortunate.
Now with the new garbage room insure. Fuck, I
Dude.
suck at this.
Since we get a soda
Garbage.
one, I will
Garbage human.
challenge for soda. Try not to get clipped on a live stream.
Right?
That might have happened once.
Anyways.
Hold on. I can do this.
And next up, let me see.
I'll do the read. Hold on. I got it.
Oh.
I accidentally removed the tab. It clicked off of it, and I forgot to click back on it, and I turned it off. The computer's getting hot.
Getting hot in here.
I'm getting to it. There it is. Check out our t-shirts. Our most popular one is Garbage Human and the American Gamer t-shirt. I think 3 of us were wearing the American Gamer t-shirt last weekend. But you can buy your shirt today at shop.spreadshirt.com/lagginout. That is shop.spreadshirt.com/lagginout. There you go. You're
We
welcome.
have hoodies.
Give us some
We do have
fucking
hoodies.
money.
I need a
Please.
hoodie, but I need one with my thing on it.
We're gonna do faces of Oni, like chaotic, neutral, chaotic, happy, sad. It's all gonna be the same face.
Anyways. Guess what's
Portion goes
next?
to Oni's internet. Portions the proceeds.
Guess what's next, Chief?
Oh, cool. You don't have to do it.
I'm the chieftain, bitch.
Camper. W-O.
I'm the chieftain, bitch.
Laughing like a psycho. I'm the chieftain, bitch. And I go to the gym. I'm the fat guy in the gym. But there's this thing, we've been talking really serious about stuff, like those serious dick jokes and bear jokes. But I want to talk about something that happened to me this week that put me in an uncomfortable situation. I go to a really small gym here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Usually a lot of old people in there. I mean, you need to get in there. You need to have an AARP card. That's how old the people are that go into my gym. I am the youngest person there because it makes me feel good because I can lift more weight than everybody else because everyone else is fucking old. So I'm in there, and usually there's a guy nurse that comes in once in a while. He's like probably in his 30s or so. And sometimes he brings in his smoking hot girlfriend. And it's like one of those outfits or one of those memes you see on Twitter and stuff like that. leggings, really tight leggings, and really tight halter top. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to be that guy. And I'm like, she's walking in and she's a smoke show, right? I'm twice her age and it doesn't matter. But she's in there and I'm just like, two things are going through my mind. I know I'm going to catch shit for me. Is it just a cute workout suit that she likes, or does she want attention? I don't know which one it is, but whatever it is, I don't want to get caught looking at her, right? That's the last thing I want to do is be that dude that looks at her and then I'm stuck on.
Oh shit.
What?
He's lagging.
Never. Never.
Maybe
It is internet?
Percy's with the
TikTok,
t-shirt
like with
should go to
default-
his fucking internet.
God
Wow.
damn it.
At least I have internet.
Well, here we go. I'm just getting out of this one.
I'm dialed in, so yeah,
Yeah,
you
you are
unfortunately
dialed in,
have to
that's
hear
for
my
fucking sure.
fucking voice. Hmm?
Get him, Oni.
Anyway,
Who said that?
It was Magma.
Oh boy.
Anyways, so you didn't want to be that guy. You didn't want to get
Right.
caught staring.
right. But I did catch another dude like eye fucking her, right? He's
God.
probably 55 years old. And I'm looking at him, looking at her. I'm like, dude, you fucking serious? You could be her fucking grandfather. So
Oh God.
not only did I show respect to this young lady, but by not looking at her, I purposely
Here we go again.
Purposely stuck my finger up my butthole. Oh wait.
The fuck?
That's what it
changed my
looked like.
workout. So I'd be like, oh,
No one needs to
What?
know about you. No one needs to know about that.
Well, he got stuck with his finger, like, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna fucking say it.
You're about 5 to 50 seconds behind there, Nova.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Not leering at somebody doesn't necessarily mean you respect them. I'm putting it out there. I
Doesn't
know
mean
where
I
Keithley's
disrespect
going
them.
with. I'm just putting that out there. I know where you're going with that, but before anyone else says it, I'm putting it out there. Not leering at somebody doesn't necessarily mean you respect them. It just means you're not as obvious about it.
it means that
I
I'm
would-
not going to look at them because I'm not going to look at them because it's weird. Because it's just weird. So I went into the other side of the gym and I just worked out there because I'm like, whatever, I'm going to completely avoid this. But I mean, I don't
I'm
understand.
tired of
I go
seeing
in
this
a
shit on
baggy
Twitch.
I go in a baggy t-shirt and gym shorts. That's where I go in the workout. I'm not looking for attention. Not to say that she is, but no one's
She
looking at my
is.
ass at the gym. So it's either these two schools of thought.
That dude.
You're
You gotta
either
have one
a
first.
completely gorgeous person, male or female, that everyone looks at, or you're me, where like you're part of the fucking wall. So which side is to be best on? There's pros and cons on both.
It's human nature. You can't.
Ethan, I'm just gonna put this out there. This is not for or against either side. This is just to add a little bit of perspective. If you ever wind up in a store where there's male and female clothing sections with sports gear, just take a gander at what the women's section looks like. It may not exactly be much variety. A lot of times, a lot of what's in fashion right now for women's athletics are leggings and halter tops. Now,
Oh, yoga pants.
you could arguably say that with the exertion of energy, there's going to be a lot of heat put out, so you don't want to wear a lot of layers. Totally understandable. You know, you want to be comfortable. Wicking away sweat is important. But the thing is that what's available more readily tends to be a lot of the tighter fitting, more open clothing options for women. So
So what am
The
I
fact
supposed
that
to
she-
do? Just be there and be like, I'm gonna poke my fucking eyes out and not look.
Yeah.
Well, no, well, I mean that's what
I don't want
Jesus
to
said in the
be
Bible, but we're
disrespectful,
going to
but I'm
avoid
gonna
that.
couple. Oh my God. What's that?
No, but here's the
Jesus
thing.
said, "Don't do it."
It's part of it is that there may not be as much choice for her regarding fashion now because she is attractive. It's easier to get away with. You know, it's just pretty privilege, and that's not to demean her. You know, she goes to the gym. It means she probably worked hard for that physique, and that's a lot of work. Kudos to her, because you don't see my ass in a gym. You don't
Here,
see
I
my
got a
ass
picture
anywhere.
of her. I stuck a picture of her on my phone. Hold on.
All right,
I
let's see it.
don't need a snuck
I'm
photo
just
of
kidding. I
people.
don't have a picture of her. Come on.
But
Give me
the
some
thing is
fucking.
You got no cred.
Wow.
how often this could sound really fucked up, and I don't want it to sound fucked up.
This whole topic's fucking.
How often do you
is.
interact with women in your day-to-day life that may look like her?
All the
It
time.
could be one of those moments.
All the time.
So then what made this one different? Is it because it was in a gym? Is it because you just found her more beautiful than other women that you've worked with? Again, this is not meant to be an interrogation. This is not meant to be like, we're going to unlock the secrets of the universe one gym at a time. It's just things to...
It's a little different when they has a boyfriend and you want to respect the relationship. I'll leave it
Well,
at
I mean,
that.
you should want to respect her regardless, but definitely
even more so in a relationship because you don't understand, like,
No,
Daytona gym bros are the worst.
Gym bros.
Wow.
They
Well, I
basically
also-
put a leash on their women.
Well, you're talking to someone who doesn't really like. I understand certain aspects regarding human interactions, but when it comes to this arena of social media people and people who believe social media is real life in places like Daytona or Miami or LA, I just don't fucking understand it because it's all fucking fake. So if it just doesn't, that because it's not real by the nature of it being social media, I don't understand it. And those types of people I don't tend to understand because they're just going with the fad. They are just doing with they're just doing what is popular in the moment, trying to live this picturesque life that doesn't exist. Whereas when I'm actually with real people like you all,
Real
it
people
makes
being
more
ugly
sense to
people
me.
like us.
So-
Thanks a lot. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you.
So I don't know. I just
This has been
No, I
all
get
over YouTube lately, though. This is like,
It's been all over all of the social media where fucking
I don't want to
There
get in
are
trouble and get fucking tagged on
men-
social media.
there are
But-
men and women out there that are literally taking the social media thoughts that, you know, they just go to the gym for attention. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But
that's
there
what-
are people out there that literally are just going to the gym
but you
just
can't
for
dog a
attention.
man for looking at an attractive woman with barely any clothes on. That's
And there are
That's
some
the-
of these gym thoughts that are literally videoing themselves just for the intention of catching dudes
Right.
looking
That's
so
the
they can
problem.
Oh, I
smear
know.
them all over social media and be
Yeah.
like, look at this guy, he's
at
making
this
me
guy."
so
That is
sick.
definitely was a concern.
Uh-huh.
That was
Yeah.
definitely a concern of mine, which I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
articulate
definitely.
until, like, oh, I
Oh,
don't
no,
want
I
to be
know.
that fucking gross dude doing that shit.
But that's the thing. I've seen that stuff, not in person. I'm aware of it. Just because I'm not a gym person, obviously. Just because I'm not a guy, it doesn't mean I don't see it. And that's something I hope people are aware of, is just because it's not exactly your wheelhouse, whether because of just innate qualities or because it's not something you're interested in, it doesn't mean you can't take notice of it. The fact that we try to say everyone's equal, inherently there's no difference between men, women, or the variations thereof. in some ways it can be true, but in a lot of ways we cannot deny the small part of us that is still just animals. Men tend to be bigger than women in most circumstances. That's just going to make women have to be a little bit more on guard around other guys.
Yeah, that's always
because it only takes one.
Right, and
It's not about all men. It's just it only takes that one, and it doesn't have to be a guy either.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you don't
men
want to
can
be
fall victim to the same thing.
you don't want to be looked upon as a potential rapist every time you go out to the store as a guy.
It's just like when we were younger and we were ripped and we went to the beach without our shirts on. I mean, yes.
That never happened to me.
Oh, sorry.
But that's the thing though. Guys shouldn't have to be afraid. Women shouldn't have to be afraid. But you know what? This is the real world, and ugly shit happens to people.
Stay on my
but why would you go and fucking find that to make yourself the victim? Why would you go seek that out on purpose?
Or
to go make people victims? You're right, for views.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to put other people who actually could be in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Because then when they do cry for help, they don't get it. That is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm making it a little bit more severe than it has to be.
This segment was supposed to be funny.
Oops. Sorry.
It wasn't just
No,
you,
it's okay.
Tony.
Finish your thought.
People who take away the ability for other people to get or receive or ask for help, there's something wrong with you. Because people who actually need help or want help should be able to find it. They should be able to find comfort. They should be able to feel strong again. And when you take that away from them because you want to be selfish, because you want attention, there's a really angry part of me that I just hope we don't meet. Because I take offense to that as someone who is not a very good person. The fact that you would take someone's ability to feel strong in the face of a moment of weakness, which we all go through. Yeah, I'll be a bully to you. I'll be a bully to you.
I'm taking Hiro to that same gym on Saturday.
Oh, jeez.
We're doing a lagging out weight training session. We're gonna do leg day.
Oh God.
He's gonna fucking
I'm not gonna.
cry.
Goodness,
I'm not gonna
need
get
your
very.
legs to work on the computer.
Right.
I'm not gonna make it very far because I don't have cartilage in my knees anymore.
Oh, I have adjustments for leg days for people with ailments.
Oh yeah.
I got you.
Adjustments. Are they leg braces? Do I get to be like?
I have double leg braces. I don't wear them anymore.
You're gonna look like Forrest Gump.
I do walking lunges with 30s now.
Run, boy. Gonna be lift, Hiro lift.
Hiro's gonna be the new gym bro lagging out. It's gonna be Hiro's Body by Hiro gym.
I've got a hell of a capability for doing well lifting, but
lift, bro?
No.
I lift that fucking tower and I sprint. Oh, that's another thing. I didn't even get hurt at the gym. I got hurt coming out of my Jeep. I turned and
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's terrible, but
no, it's fun.
Oh yeah.
I twisted my
Jeep
back.
Patriot.
I'm like, yo.
The Jeep that's not even produced anymore.
Nope. That's why
the gift that keeps on giving.
Maybe I should name my vehicles like Oni and Badger too, and it would be a better mojo. Anyway, I just turned and twisted, and I sprained a muscle in the middle of my back, and it was horrible.
No.
It was.
Oh
I'm like,
no!
What the fuck happened? And I was telling Soda, he's like, "Oh, I told my mom about it." She's like, "Joseph, you're getting old." I'm like, "I'm getting old." So this morning I have one of those inversion tables or inversion things. So I pulled it out.
Inversion?
What's that?
Inversion?
Yeah, so I said inversion tables.
Okay, it sounded like immersion. I'm like, are you waterboarding yourself?
Yeah, I'm putting a water
Pay to
down
see
like
that.
this. Yeah. And I was hanging upside
donate to
down for
see
like
that.
10 minutes and I have my hand over my mouth and I'm in tears crying. And then like it decompressed the spine out. It like
Well, yeah, because that's
it
how
popped
gravity
everything
works.
out. I think I had a vertebrae or a disc out of alignment, but then I stretched everything out and I was fine for about a few hours. But now, sitting in the chair for about 2.5 hours, I'm in so much fucking pain right now, and I'm on no meds. So I'm getting like shooting pains down to the middle of my hips and radiating down to my legs.
Yuck.
So I'm
not a doctor, so just be careful with inversion tables. Yes, they can be great. They can be great for instantaneous relief or damn near instantaneous. But at the same time, if you're not careful, you can aggravate things that were already there that you may not have known about. But also,
I sprained it's a back sprain. It's not like a disc thing, I think. So
yeah, for starters, you're already over 6 feet tall. Hate to say it, back problems and you are going to be the best of friends till the day you die.
Hiro lied about his height, by the way. He
prior
said he was
back
6
injuries.
feet, 5'11". I tower over him.
But see, that's what's great about being short is at some point you just stop counting, and it's just like, fuck it, I'm short. Oh well.
Like you could reach stuff on the floor when it would hurt
with
me.
Back injuries. Yeah, like never mind, I'm not gonna say. Anyways, it's kind of like wearing corsets. Oh dear, what did someone say in the chat?
No, it's my reaction to what you said.
Oh.
My jaw dropped.
You can't just wear the corset and tighten it until you have a lost waist. You need to be strengthening your body because you are modifying your body. It might just be one of those inversion table can be great, but you might have to either find a way to strengthen that part of the body, or if you have to wear a brace every once in a while, not permanent. A mistake some people make is wearing a brace all the time. It's not meant for all the time use unless very specific. If you wear the brace too often, it will actually weaken that part of the body because it's used to having help.
I had an ortho. He told me all about that shit.
That's why I had to stop using braces. Well, I chose to.
My back is the strongest it's ever been. To be completely honest with you, I'm doing compound rows, 120-pound compound rows. I'm doing lower app. It was just a weird freak thing that I came out of my car and I twisted wrong, and that's what happened. Yep. So I mean, but
maybe make it. There might be a seat for you that you could use as like a cushion in your Jeep.
Hiro knows
I hate to say it, but
no, I have one.
I mean, like
spinal decompression.
Okay.
Yeah.
It betrayed you.
No, I didn't. The thing is, Oni, like you said, tall and short. I put that on my seat. My head hits the ceiling of the Jeep, so it gives me like I don't know how many inches. Like 3 inches.
Yeah.
Is that about how big you are, Soda? 3 inches, like that.
Yeah, I'm sitting on this,
so it makes
2.5. Yeah.
So being tall, like my head hits the ceiling. So it's kind of weird. I feel like I'm driving a bus.
No, the Jeep Patriot also was never a very spacious vehicle to begin with. More spacious
than my Sunfire was.
That's a cramp. The Jeep Patriot was a very compact feeling Jeep. I don't understand why they did that. Jeep made some mistakes.
I think they're
still making a lot of mistakes too.
I think they replaced it with the Renegade.
No, I don't think
The
they
same
did.
gas
So
mileage
what
and-
they did with the Patriot was, I think they just phased that one out because they had the Renegade and the Compass about the same time in production with the Jeep Patriot. But for some reason, they got rid of the Patriot, even though it was okay, but it wasn't terrible. But they kept the Compass, which was terrible,
mom
and the
car.
Renegade, which is also terrible. But they only get good gas mileage, which means they make it look good. If you're buying Jeep for gas mileage, you're
wrong.
about 70 years too late and in the wrong
I'm
fucking
getting
vehicle.
29, 30
'cause
miles
even the
a
Jeep
gallon
Gladiator.
with my Patriot.
That actually isn't bad.
Well, no, but if you look at the other specs that make Jeeps Jeep,
Right, you're not buying it for gas mileage.
it doesn't really do much of. Well, no, my Jeep gets about 17 to 19 miles to the gallon on average, which for that era, that's not too shabby.
Yeah, especially
The
for a
Jeep
Jeep.
Gladiator gets, I think, 22. Now, the Jeep Commander, which came out around 2010, yeah, I got about 10 miles to the gallon. I'm not even kidding. 10 miles to the gallon.
Wow.
Average for a truck.
You have the
So,
new Grand Cherokees that are hybrid.
But those vehicles are basically luxury. If you're buying Jeep for luxury, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Buy a Mercedes. At least then you can at least say, well, it's a Mercedes.
Welcome to Jeep Talk
Jeep,
with
it's like,
Chieftain and Oni. We are a Tesla free podcast. Wait a minute.
No, we're not.
This is why I want to live in a county that doesn't do emissions testing. If my vehicle is
Come
the
to
problem,
Florida.
you have
You don't do
emissions.
emissions testing?
Well, no, here's the thing. It's only in 7 counties in this state. So I'm looking at 3 other counties
Stop throwing chairs
that
at me.
don't do emissions testing that are within driving distance to my work. So I refuse to live in an emissions testing city.
Right?
Fuck that shit.
The Jeep,
I want to drive what
the
I want
Jeep
to drive.
Wrangler 4xe that I want, I can buy like an Audi for the same price.
Audis aren't even that great anymore.
60 grand for the Jeep
Ooh.
that I want.
60,000. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you would shit your pants. You would literally you wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Spending that much money.
I barely sleep at night as it is.
Well, that's what you sleep in an Iron Maiden.
Anyways,
That's why we're irritable
don't
today.
sleep well.
I got like 4 hours of sleep. So.
Oh
good
no,
lord.
it's a lot more than just that, but whatever.
Soda kept me up late last night.
Oh yeah, it was me. Oh yeah.
Giggity.
Wouldn't shut up about the video game he was playing. Unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Totally.
Well, okay. Well, that was my gym experience. Remind me never to do this segment again. All right. Next topic is honorable mention. Cardi B.
Yeah.
She went to the Slammer. You know why they call it the Slammer?
Because they slammed her.
She had a learning.
No.
Apparently, she had a learning moment in the Slammer. Look at Hiro. He's like so embarrassed.
None of the
I'm
notes
more
are
embarrassed.
great.
We're both from New York. I'm more embarrassed than you are. I was born in the same state she was in.
Ah.
I'm not stupid. You're stupid.
Only.
Anyways,
Go right ahead.
But Cardi B now supports the troops. Hiro?
No, Oni.
Oni? Sorry. Oni?
She didn't go to jail. Okay, let's put that to rest
Okay.
right now. She didn't go to jail. She is currently, or she's probably done now, or at least close, serving community service time for a 2018 stripper club brawl she was involved in. And the judge told her, serve community service. So she is. People were bringing it up because she was wearing Chanel in high fashion and whatever, and I don't care about that. Well, I do in a way that I do in this way. If you are serving those who are less fortunate, or in dire straits and you are wearing high fashion, it is considered distasteful, but it can also be considered dangerous because some people may see you as a target. Some people who are in need of help aren't good people, let's be honest. But that's neither here nor there. What I was more impressed with is the fact that she has flat out said, do not commit crimes. If you do not want to take responsibility for the repercussions, don't be committing these crimes. I made some bad choices, and I'm owning that, and I am doing what I need to do to move on with my life, and that means doing community service, impacting people who need help. And she had never known any veterans in her life, didn't know any friends, family, anybody. When she started doing community service, she ran into some veterans and did see some of the worst that the VA has been doing, i.e. not their fucking job. So she has been shown through this experience this gap in between people who serve their country with honor and then wind up getting nothing in return or are just forgotten or thrown away. And she said it touched her. She said it really affected her because the fact that these people gave a lot of themselves, and they're just left out to dry. And she said it really bothered her. So I don't know what may come of this, but I do want to give credit where credit's due, that someone who used to flaunt her lifestyle a couple of years ago, now that she has a child, now that she's in a relationship as far as I'm aware of, now that she's, fulfilling her service through community service, she's seeing these moments and she's seeing these people. She's seeing a different side of humanity and is wanting to leave a positive impact. I respect that. And I know I shit on a lot of celebrities because I think a lot of them get famous for stupid reasons or are pretty horrendous individuals. I love character growth. Huge fan of character growth. So I applaud Cardi B because that's not easy. And I've heard of some of the shit where she came from, and to go from there to where she is now, that doesn't come easy. So hats off to her.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a couple of updates since this is the honorable mention section and we're at the close of our show. There's been an update to the Ohio Railway, Ohio train derailment story. Apparently there's been leaked audio that reveals U.S. rail workers were told to skip inspections. Didn't I call this a couple weeks ago? Didn't I say that this is exactly what was gonna happen, basically? Didn't I say that it was a failure to maintain?
Yeah. I mean, you knew it was some. Well, then they gotta blame somebody. So.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. I got one more after this, but any input on that reveal? Soda?
Nope, you're good. Move along.
Oni?
Doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, the motherfucker didn't even show up to another town hall meeting because he's a fucking pussy ass bitch. I guarantee you, good sir, you cannot hide from them. They will get you. Who are they?
Oh, yes.
Fill in the blank. Someone will get you. That is not a threat. I am not one of those people. Well, I mean, I am, but that's neither here nor there. You will get your just desserts. You can hide now, but I am saying this with dead seriousness. You have fucked with the wrong people. They will not forget this. They will also not forgive this. So regardless of what happens to the federal government, because what you did is a federal crime on so many levels, this will not end well for you. And I'm not trying to make that sound like a threat, but it does sound like a threat because given what happened under his watch, someone's going to want a piece of you, and they're not just looking for money. So it would not surprise me if this guy just kind of, winds up not
Missing?
breathing anymore.
I was going to go with
perhaps?
missing. Yeah, cement shoes.
I swear, I'm not trying to sound threatening, but
Unlived.
dude, you fucked with a tiny town in Ohio. People whose livelihoods are literally upturned, and probably forever.
How do you get on Ohio from Cardi B?
You walked away.
You missed it. Yeah. This is the next stop for that train. So, yeah, the CEO is.
That
I
CEO
really
is
would
going to
not
catch
be surprised if. I really would not be surprised if I heard that CEO was found dead. It would not surprise me, because the level of cover-up involved, the level of seriousness, how far this goes, and will continue to be revealed. Yeah. I don't think this is going to end well for him. I don't want to go down that road of being so morbid, but I am really sure he's not going to be alive for very long.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Damn.
So, just a quick recap
for.
For.
About it, and that's gonna be the end of it.
Oh, it's not being forgotten. Just to
now,
recap what I just brought up. To recap what I just brought up, and the reason we moved on from Cardi B to this was this is honorable mention since we're at the close of the show pretty much. It was just revealed that there is leaked audio revealing the U.S. rail workers were told to skip inspections. That's a big deal. And
It was like a week ago, wasn't it?
No, this
I
is
heard
like
that a week ago.
This is literally just in the news. So I don't know how you heard that a week ago.
I don't know. Maybe I have insider information. Maybe I heard something else that sounded like that.
Well, it's better than insider trading.
Like that, but that wasn't the exact story. Go ahead.
At least it's not insider trading. Damn.
Don't worry, that'll show up again.
Of course it will.
Always.
It'll be after the dude's head, after that guy's head heals. Anyways, so yeah, that's a bit of a, honestly, to me, that's a bit of a bombshell that kind of, it's just gonna keep being exposed. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if the guy disappears forever, or he winds up, dead in a ditch somewhere, discovers some new cement shoes. Anyways, the next honorable mention, kind of a recent, not really shocker, but kind of a recent development, is that Funko, Pops, their company is suffering in a bad way, and they're apparently on the verge of bankruptcy. They revealed that over the last summer or so, that they've had a bunch of quite a few net negative quarters, and they're blaming their new warehouse that opened up. They're blaming rental fees on storage containers. They're blaming the fact that they over ordered right before COVID hit. and their CEO's been replaced.
Wow.
Got nothing to do with they produce everything, and
That's
nobody wants them anymore.
And
it
Soda,
couldn't
you got the
possibly be
insider.
because they flooded the market
Right.
with their own product.
Exactly. Yeah, Soda, you've got kind of
Like
an insider
Marvel.
understanding of that. So
Reminds me of Beanie Baby.
so I'm not the only one that made the comparison.
Or
Well,
like
like I
Hatchimals.
said, I mean, I literally put when Black Widow came out, I bought like 2 or 3 cases of their Funko. They have a chase in them. Put them up on eBay, 99-cent auctions. None of them sold for 99 cents. I mean, come on. Like, what
God
the
dang.
fuck? Yeah. That tells you how bad the Funko market is. Funko right now is for, if you have a guy you collect like Deadpool or, somebody, but value-wise, no. Waste of
Yeah.
money.
They're talking about it's gotten so bad, Oni, you're gonna love this. This is gonna strike you as poetic justice. It has gotten so bad that one of their get well plans is not just a restructuring, a slashing of staff, slashing of production, but here is the real punchline: destroying current stock merchandise.
I mean,
Oh, so like a certain set of video games or a certain card
Yep.
game.
Yeah.
Or like what we should be doing to money to increase the value instead of constantly decreasing the value and causing hyperinflation. Who would have fucking thought? I
thought
am
you'd like
so
that.
shocked. Oh my gosh. Wow. Here, let me change my icon to a photo of a cat that actually looks shocked because I just can't fucking fake it anymore. Yeah,
I've
that
seen
works.
this coming for a while.
Oh,
Yeah. Chieftain, any thoughts?
No, I've none.
Tear and Death?
He's not. Well, he's there.
Your input is required.
For now.
Well, I would definitely say they didn't just shoot their own foot. They blew their whole leg off.
Can they keep going? Can they like do the rest of their body
Well,
too?
Can we mention the fact their
Is that
qualities
morbid?
went to shit? I ordered a couple of Tom Brady's and they came with no heads.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Jesus.
That sounds
Still-
personal.
still packages unopened, and I got the case in, and the guy bought them. Of course, I sent it to him, and he's like, "Dude, what's wrong with these Funkos?" I was like, "What?" He sent me a picture like the fucking Tom Brady had no head. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, I didn't care. I mean, but I mean, come on. Funkos.
that is wow.
Maybe he's trying to get ahead of the market.
Yeah.
Oh.
Funko's market
no.
could be just like this. They come out, say we're making a new, let's just say Deadpool. We're only running it 20,000. You get them or you don't. There you go. Problem solved.
See, thank you. That's what makes sense. Just have a pre-prepared list of all you're gonna sell. That's it. How do they think Rolls Royce and Bentley, Maserati keep their price point so high? It's by limiting the amount of stock available by saying, if you want to make it on our list, you need to order between these days. You need to order it this year.
Well, they need to get
And you
out
better have
of,
the money.
They need to get out of Walmart. They need to get out of Target. They need to go back to specialty stores,
Yeah, that their biggest market for a very long time was, well, the specialty store. We're talking
Right.
like comic shops, GameStops, things.
And those are the ones people are
before
still
that fell
looking
apart.
for. Even GameStop exclusives. There's a bunch of, Funko stores that they do exclusives for. Those are the ones people are looking for, not the fucking shit that's everywhere.
Right. I just think it so much better, so much fucking better when it was a niche product just to be like, hey, check this out, this is cool.
I mean, if you look at the ones that go to Comic-Con, they make like 100, 200 of them. Those things are gold, like
Yeah, I have my Funko Pop set that was an exclusive, only sold in comic conventions. It's
yeah.
the 4 Snoopy set,
Oh yeah.
all different shades of green. And I would think that you might know about it because it's
Mhm.
apparently a very rare one.
Any of the Comic Con stuff is good. Like, but I'm with Oni. Like, there's just too many. I mean, you go into any Walmart, any Target, and you'll see 50 of one Funko just at that store. Like, it's not worth shit. Like I said, unless it's somebody you collect, nobody's gonna buy it to
Again,
resell it or put it up because they never bought anything. Like,
just like with a lot of the other things we've spoken about today and before, it's the idea of we want inclusivity, but some parts of exclusivity.
mhm.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. Why is Magic the Gathering tanking so badly? I mean, aside from that, they're releasing so many fucking cards.
Yep.
It's because they keep re releasing the same cards. It would be one thing if they were all new cards, but because many of them are reprints, the value absolutely suffers.
Mhm.
Why did
Absolutely.
they eat so much shit with their 30th anniversary set? Because they've released proxy cards, cards that
Mhm.
aren't even legal in tournaments, cards
They
that
Right.
they
were
said they would
never,
never touch.
ever supposed to be re-released.
Yep. That's true. They were
So,
on
like anything else, if you have more things available, people don't want it. I mean, you could bring it up with other things like why are certain body types more popular at certain periods of history than others? Because of the scarcity value. For example, in a time where most people wound up being thin because it was hard to get food, being a little thicker, being a little more round and soft around the edges was more attractive because it, well,
Mm.
one, there weren't many of you, but also probably meant you could actually get food, so you were desirable.
Right.
Now, with so much food available in a general sense, I understand that there are certain areas of the community where they don't have that access to food. Being thin is really in, but only a certain type of thin because it's rarer to find people with slim shoulders but wide hips. That's a rare body type. They usually only found with certain ethnic groups that aren't very common. It's all about scarcity value. Why is it certain, like lip sizes, women getting lip injections, or guys getting fake muscles? And I
Yeah.
swear that's a thing.
Yeah.
I
I
It's
know.
saw
because
that Russian guy.
scarcity
Yeah.
value. It's just about scarcity value. By making it seem like you need this and your life is bad without it, that's what drives the market. But now that everyone wants it, they think they'll get more money. Not necessarily. This is one of those times where if it was working before, maybe you should just let it sit for a while. Now, the fact that they're trying to blame stuff on the pandemic, it's like, bruh, it's been almost 3 fucking years.
Mhm.
It's been almost 3 fucking years since things started to get shut down, and you're still trying to blame the pandemic. Oh no, 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 no.
The pandemic.
We're far too late for that. Please.
No, on the other side of this, there is a tactic that Wizards of the Coast used to use when they reprinted a given card. From set to set, the artwork had been changed. So not only you may not have had been collecting the card itself, but the different artwork on the card.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, if you like the artwork, I mean, and it has a value to you, does it really matter what everyone else thinks? Like Soda was saying before.
Well, also some art just hate to say it, it wasn't as good.
Yeah.
And now here's the thing, though.
Like the Lego Star
There's a
Wars
charm.
helmets.
There's a charm to that type of art, but some of it just to some people wasn't very good. But it's desirable because that was early Magic. Nowadays, it all looks the same to me. Like, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but
Racist.
I couldn't. What?
I'm making a joke. Go ahead.
I couldn't. I couldn't tell you the artist because it all looks like it could be the same artist to me. That's why I
It
like
might
some of the
be.
older art, but
Yeah, and a lot of it is the same artist now.
I worked with
I
somebody
think
who worked on one of the Magic the Gathering cards.
that's nifty, but I don't know. Again, if you're just redoing the same thing over and over again, it's not like a book. And even then, why is it first edition copies of certain books are more valuable? Because most of them don't exist anymore.
Right.
Duh. I don't know why
Yep.
this is rocket science. This is like basic economics.
Well, if they really want to save money on artists, they could just use AI. Oh, wait, somebody tried
Oh.
that.
Mm.
AI magic.
And being that the art is more than 33% of the card, or I should say is considered to be more than 60% of the card value, there might be an issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Oni. There is something that Paizo's did that you wanted to comment on.
Yeah. Paizo went out and just fucking came out swinging, basically saying that they will be updating all of their paperwork and press releases and commentary and content to stipulate that they will not be using AI for anything ever. That if you purchase and when you purchase a Pathfinder, Starfinder, or any other Paizo product, it will have been made by at least a human, if not a group of humans, not AI. They will not be using AI art or script writing or any of that because they believe that the human touch, the human condition is necessary for these games to continue to evolve and exist, and that they will not cheapen themselves or cheapen the product or cheapen the value of the game with AI. And they will also be updating their community content as well to reflect that. And the way they worded it was absolutely wonderful. They have been making, as far as I'm aware of, all of the right PR moves to keep enamoring themselves with the public, regardless of what was going on with Dungeons and Dragons with Hasbro and that shit. They've been doing a fantastic job. So kudos for them for not only writing so well and so eloquently, but taking the steps preemptively regarding AI art, knowing that this is a big deal. They're taking a stance now. That will affect future sales, and I have a feeling it will reflect very positively.
Oh, you're alive.
He's awake.
She's alive.
Yeah, she missed all the fun shit.
Yeah,
Except for this.
4 hours later.
Who's
we
alive?
are. It's Badger. She's in the chat now.
Oh, hi.
A wild badger has appeared.
It's your sister.
Hey, Badger.
So, yeah, that's it for the honorable mentions. Unless any of you guys have anything to add.
I saw The Mandalorian.
Ooh.
And they explained Laura Dune out of the show, which was shitty.
Cara Dune?
Sorry, Cara Dune. I'm tired and I don't feel good. I'm sorry. But it was still fun to watch, so you guys should check it out.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to reveal anything else but that one part.
I mean, it's also the part that's to be expected, considering how they did Gina Carano dirty. But, hey, what do I know?
I'd love to do her dirty, giggity.
He would fucking murder you, dude.
I'm Italian, too. we'd have Division One babies.
You seen her thighs? Jeez.
So, death by snooze now.
Yeah, it would
Lord.
So trivia this week.
Yeah,
we're
so
getting a little nuts with the trivia. We have to get back to like real trivia after this week. Like real game trivia would be great.
probably
We're
less.
running out of lagging out questions for the host. But this week's question is: which two lagging out podcasters became married today? I'm not sure if that English as well, but what is the answer? What does chat think the answer is? Take a wild guess.
I already revealed it, so
Chieftain,
it's too late.
Soda married Soda, and then I wrote Soda married his left hand, and then someone wrote
that happened like 30 years ago.
Yeah, he put like a little wedding veil on his hand and shit.
Tattooed on there.
Yeah. So I already
and
put the
Badger,
answer.
just kidding, but they are together. I guess they're going public now. So
I mean, that's only been public for like 3 months now. Okay, I'm kidding.
it says JK. I know it says JK.
But yeah.
I don't know how much they want to relieve. Not relieve. How much they want to reveal. But yeah, and they met here at Lagging Out. There has been history of this happening before with Lagging Out. A former host met an editor. They hooked up, moved in together, and actually had a baby. So, I mean.
Oh yeah, Badger says hi, Oni.
Hello.
Hi, Oni. Yeah. So that was the answer for this week. Do.
Yeah. So yeah, all kinds of little Easter eggs that Badger's been throwing into the slides lately.
At least she's happy. That's all I care about.
Yep. And because we like humor, we found the comic rendition of the Chieftain.
PvP. Wow, I hate everyone so much.
It could be me or Oni.
Oh yeah, you said that too. I seen that. Fucking.
I hate myself. Someone say PvP. Wow, I hate everyone else so much more. That could be me or Oni, but she doesn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's anyone who PvPs. That's me playing League of Legends right there.
I hate everybody equally.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity offender. Another evil cat.
I don't know if I
she's
call
not
her
evil. She's nice.
She's nice.
Okay. I'd probably call her a little derpy.
Derp.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely a dork, but she's sweet.
Derpa. I think.
Anyways,
if Oni ever gets TV or cable, she should watch Dr. Pole. Because there's so many animals on there, I think she'd like it. The amazing Dr. Pole.
So who we rating, Chief? We've come to the close.
Don't forget to check us out. Oh man.
Before he dies, please.
This cough will not fucking go away. Someone's got rid of Nova over my shoulder on this in the chair. I'm gonna delete it right now. There.
Oh Lord.
Don't forget, if you like our funny stuff here, and you like it when Hiro hits the button 1,000 fucking times and ruins my weekend, you want to go check out those shorts here on youtube.com/lagginout. That's youtube.com/lagginout. Check out funny stuff like that. Also, reaction videos coming soon.
Clip that. We make it to 100?
I don't know.
I don't care. I'm gonna put Tierndef's gonna fucking go through it. I'm not doing it.
We need.
I'm trading him this weekend to do that. Have for someone else to do the bitch work besides me.
Good Lord, Soda.
Soda.
We needed 100, so we got 100.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep,
okay.
just click it for the rest of the time until it
That's
goes
all I got.
paid.
So,
Who are we rating? That's what you're
Who are
asking,
we
so I have to
rating?
make that decision. Who did we rate last week?
Yeah, we rated Tyrandus.
rated
The only
Tyrandus?
people
Okay.
that I'm showing online that I
Oh.
know of It's Tay and middle-aged stream.
I think we did Penguin, and she was
Oh
on
no,
for
we
like
did do
10
Penguin
minutes.
last week.
We did
No, you're
Penguin
right.
last week.
Penguin.
She was on for like 10 minutes. So.
Yeah,
Middle-aged
that was-
streamer already hit partner, and he's
Yeah.
got
He's-
122 people there. So no.
I think he's been partner since before we found him.
Yeah, yeah. He's a good streamer. I really like him. He does a lot of old games as well. He was playing like Mike Tyson's Punch Out once, and it was like I just couldn't stop watching. It's just like I like this. This is amazing. All right, well, let's chat. Where do you guys want to go? You guys want to go check out Tyrandeath and sit in silence for about an hour and a half and watch him play Diablo 3? Rogue
Man,
Penguin.
didn't have to roast him.
I can roast him. He's not going to respond because his mic's off. So
Quit hounding him.
that's a good one. There's Tay.
Yeah, there's Tay, but
Hi, I'm Tay. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3, and I'm playing Phasmophobia. Thank you for stopping by, guys. How are you guys? How was your stream? What'd you do?
Every
that's the line,
time.
right, Soda?
Every time.
Amaranth is
time.
on. She's got 7.4 thousand.
God, no.
hard pass.
Hi, Melissa's just chatting. Lagging out at 7 people.
We should have
Here's-
67.
Irish G-Man is offline.
Unfortunately.
Probably sleeping.
Probably.
Let's try Tyrandeath.
Mm.
Tyrandeath, here's some more time to practice to talk out loud for a little bit.
Well, I mean, y'all could just check out that poll up at the top there. Very easy to do. Point,
There you go.
click, vote.
We like polls.
Of
Oh,
course,
I'm
Soda
sure you
likes
do.
polls.
3 votes for Tyrandeath.
Well, sounds pretty decisive to me.
There's more people voting here than they did in Ohio. Pennsylvania. They voted for a guy to get checked in for depression. You hear about that?
I did not.
Huh.
The guy who got elected in Pennsylvania over Dr. Oz, a stroke victim socialist, has checked in to a facility in Pennsylvania where he's a senator for depression.
Wow.
That's not the worst of it. His, I guess, naturalized immigrant wife, instead of staying by her side, takes the 2 kids to Canada to go skiing. And get this shit. While he's in there taking meds for depression, he endorsed a fucking bill. How did he endorse a bill when he's in rehab or in a fucking facility?
I would argue that would make him unable to perform said job.
Could be.
That wouldn't happen in the real world. Apparently, we're in this dimension of fucking retards that,
Clown world.
yes, that are not responsible. Can you imagine if I did that and I had an R next to my name? They're like, no, we need a special election. He's getting Baker acted for 3 days. He can't do that shit. They'd be all over me like flies on shit.
Yep.
You ever heard that term before? Flies on shit.
Of course.
I have
White on rice.
It's
many a
racist.
time.
Can't
Sorry,
say that
Badger.
anymore.
The phrase is white on rice in a paper plate in a snowstorm.
Whoa.
That's just white on rice.
I think I like her version.
Her version
Too
is
wordy.
rather
Thank you.
hilarious.
It's too wordy.
You're too wordy.
Tyrandeath wins.
Yay.
Yay!
Surprise, surprise. Only 4 votes.
Yeah.
Doggone it.
Well, there's 5 people in the chat saying I'm fucking out of here.
Ah, it's making me log
Wow.
in.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking hell.
Login fast.
Maybe you log in for what?
To use the chat.
I'm feeling like something's not right.
I can do it from here.
Cause the bullets curve like some people
Alright,
that
you
wanted
pull the
perk,
trigger then.
yeah. Aiming my shotgun and choose pure dust, man. This ain't fun. That's how I know it's time to go. Dude's dodging shots like he's Neo.
So on behalf of Hiro, Soda, Tirka, and Black Light, and Chicken, we're gonna be rating. We're gonna be rating Hiro and Death here. So is it slash rating?
I am now when I get in a match.
Go hard on the
This
match.
is what I see. Game skipping frames like a stop motion movie, and I'm shooting everyone, but the kill cam doesn't show it. I'm lagging and I know it.
Oh, did it already rate? Is it rated?
No.
No?
It's not letting me do it either.
Hold
I'll
on
have
a
to worry
second.
about that later.
Yo, I just wanna be going.
No, I got it. Hold on. I just got it. Hold on.
But when I'm on a streak, lag compensation's always poning me. Yeah, my bandwidth is boss. I even pay extra for BIOS. 18 up and down still got me nervous, cause the game acts like I'm still in service. What? Girl, look at my poor bar. Girl, look at my poor
There we
bar.
go.
There you go.
Girl, look at my
There we
poor bar.
go.
It don't count.
And make sure you hit end when you're done twice.
Girl, look at my poor bar. Girl, look at my poor bar.
Alright, guys. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Later, dudes.